Luca here from MiniWarGaming.com, and welcome to our very first episode of The Lost City, where we assault Nulburak. This is our open sandbox Age of Sigmar narrative campaign designed specifically for our guests.
We play and call it work. MiniWarGaming's Age of Sigmar Battle Report.
Gabe is going to be part of this video. He's traveled all the way from Detroit, Michigan, bringing in the Ogor Mawtribes, who will be representing the Overbearing Destruction Alliance. And this is going to be fighting over one of the 4 territories of Nulburak in its own kind of special realm. And I'll be taking on the role of the forces that just so happen to be here, unfortunately, as the ogres are cutting through it, as the Soulblight Gravelords representing death. Let's take a peek at the Soulblight Gravelords first. Now, I have no rights to stake a claim to Nulburak here. However, this is one of the many forces that have made their way into the city to investigate what is actually going on here, and with the hopes of finding something worthwhile. We just so happen to be here at the same time as the ogres, who are trying to stake a claim to the city with their massive forces, and this battle is going to represent just one of the many conflicts in the city of Nulburak here. I went with a Legion of Night build, just because I felt like it'd be narratively the best one for sneaking through the city, trying to grab whatever they can and get out. I have a lot of redundancy in this list. Overall, my general is going to be this Vampire Lord, the proper model, not the one from the Underworld's team, which I love to use so much. Now, he was chosen as the general because of Unbending Will. His command trait works well with the idea of going in, looting the city, and getting out. His undead minions work without question. As for spells and all the such, well, we will figure out them after I deploy and as I go to use them, because there is going to be quite a bit here in this 3,000 point game. Another good reason to use this Vampire Lord as the general is because it's got bat hair. Not the coolest, but makes it unique. Anyways, the other forces in my list will be 2 additional Vampire Lords. They do have smaller bases, but I like the models a lot, so I hope you can forgive me there. I'm going to have a pair of Necromancers as well, and 1 White King, because that's actually all we own. I couldn't find the other ones, so that's why there's only 1. And about half or a third of all of our Death Infantry here. I will be running 2 reinforced units of Deadwalker Zombies, 2 reinforced units of Death Rattle Skeletons, and 2 reinforced units of Graveguard. One of them are going to have Great White Blades, the other ones are going to have the Crypt Shields. Again, we are playing a larger point game, so the extra reinforcements here should be fine. I got a couple of elite warriors here in the form of Blood Knights, who are just to assist in overseeing that the job is done from the dead minions. Be running a couple of units of Fellbats to act as scouting units for the Vampire Lord, so you can get a bird's eye view of what might be going on and get a little bit of an idea of the Ogre Fortress approaching, so they can draw battle lines. And I got 1 Corpse Guard because I had the points for it, and it's pretty damn good, and it's going to have a Balefire Brazier on it. That there, folks, will be 3,000 points of Soulblight Gravelords here, just sneaking about the city. Hopefully, not going to take too much damage here from the Ogre forces, but we're going to see if they can hold the Ogres back and kind of chase them out of the city, and can we continue looting is the goal.
My army is led by my warlord, Chlorhex the Pestiferous, on top of his corrupted Stonehorn big farm. He is at the head of a warlord battalion, along with a butcher and a firebelly, and a unit of corrupted ogre gluttons. I also have a grand artillery battalion headed up by another butcher, who has the gruesome trophy rack, and 2 iron blasters. The list is rounded out with 3 units of lead belchers, 1 reinforced, and 1 unit of noblars. Now, Chlorhex knows he is assaulting Nulburak and that is going to be a tall order, so he has called in help from a neighboring tribe. His cousin, Appleplex the Furious, an ogre tyrant, is going to be leading a meat fist detachment of ogres, which includes 2 units of ogre gluttons and their own little crowd of attendant noblars. So they will be heading up the flank and hopefully charging into the enemy dealing massive damage.
Now, to represent this conflict between these forces, limited resources seemed like a fun mission here. We did alter the objectives a little bit for it to match the table a little bit better. But with this one, it's quite basic in its scoring. It's 1 victory point for one objective, 1 victory point for two, 1 victory point for more than your opponent. And of course, 2 per battle tactic, and 3 at the end of the game for your grand strategy. However, the twist to limited resources is there's 6 objectives, and we will be deploying in a hammer and anvil style deployment along the short table edge, just 9 inches away from the middle objectives. There's 2 in each player's territory, and then there's 2 bordering the territories, and that's our 6. Now the goal here is looting the resources in this one. So my Soulblight Gravelords are trying to loot Nulburak and leave, and now we're stuck forming battle lines and fighting ogres as they, obviously diplomacy fails and we have to come to blows. Doesn't really matter too much for either force, because if they win, that means they get to loot the rest of the city, or in the case of the ogres, actually establish a settlement here of some sort. Now, with the limited resources special rule, whenever you gain control of an objective, they start to loot it. After you score your victory points in your player turn, if you controlled that objective or any of your objectives at the end of your previous turn, then you have looted all you can from that area, or have at least established it. And then you no longer count that objective for scoring. You can, however, still contest it and deny the enemy from controlling it, but your forces then have to move along and try and push into the enemy territory and take their resources away from them. And we're gonna have a little bit of fun with this mission. We are going to be replacing some of the buildings near the objectives to represent the looted areas with destroyed ones, or in the case of the ogres, we're actually going to build scaffolding to show that they're trying to establish themselves there and things like that. And that'll be it for this one, actually. Now, we are playing in Nulburak, which is not the realm of beasts, so we aren't going to be worrying about the current match play season of extra magic dice and the battalions and the artifacts and the nullstone adornments. We will be using the core rule book's battle tactics as well as the ones presented in our army books, just to represent not fighting in the realm of beasts today. This is special. It is Nulburak. Okay, so let's take a look at this board and go over some of the special rules in this game. A couple things to note. You're probably curious, why do we have Meat Fist Tribe and Underguts? Well, we're playing a narrative game, so that's why. We're gonna have a little bit of fun with it, calling in some support, because they're not from your tribe here. These are regular looking ogres. They are not succumb to whatever gut rot these guys have.
No, sir.
So we're going to be playing. It's easy enough to just say they have the Meat Fist Tribe rules. Everyone else has the Undergut rules. I know there's not rules for that, but this is the magic of narrative games. You can do whatever you want. And across the board over here, I don't think I have anything too weird in my list other than just a bunch of little guys. Like, I just threw together like some ragtag forest, no giant influential pieces, no big vampire lords on zombie dragons, nothing like that. Everything kind of on foot. Heck, I was even questioning the blood knights a little bit too, but if I have so many vampires here, I guess you could justify having some blood knights. And as we loot and pillage the objectives here, we are going to be building up scaffolding on some of the buildings near the objectives for the ogres, and we'll be replacing the buildings that I loot with destroyed smoky remnants of what they used to be to represent all the scoring there. Now, for the dead side, we are going to get an extra artifact enhancement from the campaign, and that's about it. And for the destruction side, well, they have the Maw the Great Beast still, which allows them to have once per battle round issue an aggressive command all out attack for victory at the double for free without it actually being issued. But you still have to have someone issue it, I suppose, technically. Other than that, we do have special rules for fighting in Nulburak. Now, it is almost like a demi-plane that exists in all of the realms at once. So it has a special rule that you have to randomize the realm spell, the realm command ability, and the realm heroic action. Now I'm going to go grab the cards because we already randomized them. We got 2 from Shadow and 1 from Gur, thank you, yes. Now the spell is from the Realm of Shadows. It is Umbral Leap. That's the one that lets you pick up a unit and teleport it somewhere. We also have the command ability, which is Hide. So you can just tell a unit to hide. They cannot be targeted by any units enemy units that are more than 9 inches away from anything that would target an enemy. And the Realm of Gur heroic action is Metamorphosis, which is quite good for the ogres here. We still have that one. It allows their heroes to gain the monster keyword, which directly interacts with their ogre charge? What's the rule even called? Thunderous charge?
Thunderous charge. Ogres have the best monsters.
Yeah, exactly.
They count as extra models, they get better charges, and of course monstrous actions.
And then that would mean that this, what is this tribe called again?
Meat Fist.
So if this tyrant metamorphoses and becomes a monster, he actually does impact hits on 3s. Because it's Meat Fist tribe. Yep. So that is a cool interaction we got to watch out for there. And so we have a little bit of both. The hide is really good for me against a shooting army, and then metamorphosis is quite good for the ogres, and we can both manipulate the realm spell if we so desire. Also, you're probably wondering, why is the objectives set up this way? Well, we wanted to do a hammer and anvil style deployment as we go along the short edge and walk up the middle, but the battle plan had it Dawn of War style. So we decided to change it up. We kept 2 objectives in the territories for both players, and then there's 2 that we're going to be fighting for over in the middle. So we kind of just took the mission and flipped it 90 degrees in a way. And that is about it, I suppose. We're pretty much good to go, but I do want to remind everyone, if they want to take part in this campaign as it's progressing, there's still a lot to come. Go to miniwargaming.com/challenge, like Gabe did, and come play some Age of Sigmar games with us here. Now, I did finish deploying first because I didn't want to think too hard on my list. I just wanted to have a couple battle regiments in here and some change, whereas Gabe has about 10 to 12 drops, so I get to dictate who goes first. And honestly, it will be the ogres, I think, is the best bet, because I am playing death, and that's typically the way I prefer to play them, is going second if I can in the battle rounds. And then we'll just wrestle for control of the objectives afterwards. And are you ready?
Oh, I'm so ready.
I hope I haven't forgotten anything, because there is quite a bit to try and remember here. So I do apologize if we slip up here or there on a couple things. This is more or less to show the grand clash between these 2 massive forces here. And ideally, again, because it's Nulburak, normally if I was to win, I would stake my claim and put a thing there, but Nulburak, I do want to cover the narrative, actually. That does remind me. You need at least 20 influence to conquer it, because any force that has gone into Nulburak, which is an empty, desolate place, these are just ruins that are barely hanging on. Any force that goes in here has no idea what's going on. It's just empty, barren, devoid of life. And some of those forces never actually return, but some do, to find and report that they see nothing. There's no evidence of anything ever being here before, and that's why you kind of need at least 20 influence to stake a claim to it, because then that way when you're suffering the disappeared, you still have some units left over and can figure out what's actually going on. And a big enough force might actually be able to set up a settlement here. This is the first time a force this size has tried to move into the city. Now, obviously, Gabe's forces are much larger than this, but this is the section of the battlefield that we're showing. These are the forces that were able to rally together to fight the Soulblight Gravelords. And if I win, I won't have enough influence to stick around, so it'll just be left barren. My forces are coming in, looting, and leaving, and now they have to fight. But after the fight, they're still going to leave. If the ogres win, they're sticking around. And as for the tower, anything that's gone to the tower has never returned. There's been no word at all from the tower. But some of the forces in the city have come back to report that there's nothing here at all. No evidence of, like, say your brother goes into the city, disappears with his forces, ain't finding them. No idea where they went. And that will be revealed later on in the campaign as to what that means. But first, we're going to see if Destruction can stake a claim and advance the story here, essentially. It's up to you. If you can stake a claim, you can advance the story.
Look, I want to do the big warlord proud, all right? We're gonna claim this place.
Hammathrowa proud here. Okay, that's it. Let's go into Ogres turn 1 for this game. I guess my grave sites are kind of obvious. I got one there, one mirrored over there, one underneath the zombies there, and there's one underneath the zombies over there. Just exactly mirrored-ish, just to see what I can get. And I do have one unit of Death Rattle skeletons in reserve as well. Everything else is deployed on the table, and I believe you have no reserves?
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
correct.
Nothing like that. All right, so it will be Ogres turn 1. Now we can get to the game. Just going to show this off. This is how we're going to keep track of score. Every little square will be a different battle round for scoring. So like 2 points on one turn, 4 points on the other turn. Just to show how we were doing. I will be the enemy on the right, and Gabe will be, well, own, I guess, technically on the left here for command points. Now Gabe's going first, only getting 2. And we are not fighting into the realms, so we will not get any capital city bonuses in that regard. Good luck, Gabe. This is going to be a lot.
All right, let's do it. We can get through it together, okay?
We can do it.
All right, so let's go ahead and start with my tactic. We're using the core rulebook tactics here, so I'm going to go with seize the center.
Easy
the end of this turn, I have to have more units within 6 inches of the center of the battlefield, which I think we'll be able to do.
Yep, right between those 2 objectives there.
Yes, sir. So we're going to start with, after that, heroic actions. I think we are going to have a heroic leadership on our commander, our general here, Chlorhex.
Boom,
which 5. We get.
I don't, so I'm playing Legion of Night. We have the unique one for vampires where they can, as long as they're not within range of an enemy, within 3, they can reappear somewhere else on the table as they like turn into mist and reform somewhere else, which is very cool. I won't be using that right now. Just to let you guys know I have that as an option. I am going to also just do leadership on my general. I didn't go over the artifacts. He's got the Chiroptean Clerk. He's got the Bat Cloak. So anytime he is hit in melee and you roll a 1, that attacking unit will take a mortal wound. This guy's got Morbhag's Claw. He could draw a little circle. I get an extra one for my my territories I control. And then as for spell lores, kind of went over the ogres. We'll go over them in a second. Mine are kind of easy. He knows Soulpike as the lore of the vampires. These 2 vampires know Spirit Gale, and then this guy's Fading Vigor, and the other one is the Waste Away, which is really nasty against ogres. It's -1 to their wound rolls and damage rolls and melee attacks. And you can do Metamorphosis as well as your heroic action.
Yeah, so as a little bit of a shorthand for this game, Appleplex over there is almost always going to be Metamorphosis, so that will be a heroic action that will be on him.
Yep.
He also has my Warlord artifact, which is the Splatter Cleaver, which when he does damage with his Thunder Mace, it can potentially heal nearby ogre units.
Including himself?
Yes.
Awesome. All right, cool. I like it. Just kind of quickly grab the grub as it flies by. I appreciate that. That should be it for the battle tactics and the actions. I guess I didn't roll my leadership. I don't get it quite. Even though he's got unbending willpower, he can't command that well right now. Now we're going to go into casting. We're going to go over the ogre spells, and we're going to resolve all that. I don't have a whole lot of unbinding right away, but I will for later. Gabe, up to you. What are we starting with?
All right, we are going to start with the Firebelly there, casting his Billowing Ash spell. +1 from the Maw Pot.
On a 6?
It goes off on a 6.
You can have it. Yeah, I guess I'll try and stop that. I'll use this Vampire Lord to prevent it, or attempt to. That is a 3. No, sir. So I'll try and stop it over there. And I might have said that the corpse card has a Baleful Brazier. Scratch that. It's a Lodestone instead. I forgot how bad the Brazier is. It's only 12-inch range. Lodestone's way better. So it doesn't change much there. Just a correction in my army showcase. What was the next spell? Because you have your Ash Cloud active.
Yes, so the Ash Cloud is giving a little bubble of minus to hit. We're going to do some fun realm stuff next. So that means we're going to use the free realm command ability, which is to have these guys are going to hide.
Yes.
So they cannot be targeted by the enemy more than 9 inches away. And now we are going to cast the realm spell, Umbral Leap. It goes off on an 8. We'll see if we can teleport them off the board. This guy's going to cast that free spell out there. So let's see. Oh, no.
Nope. It's a 5 or 4 even?
4, because the Maw Pot's over there.
Pretty good use of the spell, though. I like it. Now, that one doesn't cost you any of your
Correct.
spell. You can just cast all your... That's always free. That one's always
Yes,
free
sir.
to cast.
So moving right along, this butcher is going to cast Blood Feast. So he is going to attempt to get some extra attacks. That goes off on an 8.
I might as well. I have more than enough unbinds in range. And bloop, I don't stop it.
We will give an extra melee attack to this big unit of Lead Belchers right here.
Alrighty.
And then we will finish off with this butcher over here, just casting his 1 spell per turn, Mystic Shield.
Ooh.
There you go.
11? Nope, all yours.
All right, and that will go on these Lead Belchers as well.
Yeah, no stopping magic now. We'll do it later for sure. That should be it for the hero phase. I guess I could technically use hide as well. I'll put the hide on the corpse card. Just because if I put it on the zombies, then that means you're just going to light up the corpse card or the skeletons beside them. And I don't care if the skeletons or the zombies get hit. I care about the corpse card getting hit. the Blood Knights are too far away to get shot at after a full move. So the Corpse Guard is going to embrace the Shadows of Ulgu in this area. To clarify, this is a 0 command point command ability used in either player's hero phase, but it only lasts for the player turn. It'll go away on my turn, and then both Gabe and myself can reallocate wherever we want it. With that all resolved, we're going to go to movement for the Ogor Mawtribes, and I assume the lines will push forward.
They will.
So we're going to go ahead and be right back once that's done.
Okay, so here's our movement. The Nulburaks have moved up to accomplish my battle tactic and also establish a forward screen. We have a glorious single file row of Gluttons right here, pushing the battle line forward. Another unit is babysitting the objective until we finished scoring it for 2 consecutive turns. Appleplex has moved up alongside his boys. Over on this side, we've actually stayed away from this objective because we are accomplishing 1-2 more. And we don't want to start scoring this objective yet, because if we do, and then we can no longer score it, suddenly we're not scoring any objectives. So that's
not
good.
Efficient.
So the battle line has kind of moved up a little bit, and these lead belchers are going to be sitting on this wall to babysit this objective while the construction and entrenchment is going on. So with all of that movement, we are ready to let the shoesting begin.
And we specifically use the command point for at the double because we want to use the Maw the Great Beast for the shooting phase. Did you get leadership off or not? I can't remember.
I did, yes. So this guy has a command point that he can use this turn, so
Gotcha. Okay.
Lots of all-out attack.
Are you ready to start? I said the wizards stayed there, and I don't. Did you mention them climbing down?
They
the
climbed down
and
off the
everything?
wall. Yes, absolutely.
Back in the game. All right. So where would you like to start the shooting phase off?
Let's go ahead and start with the 8-man ogre unit.
And they did move.
They did move, so they will be getting
A single D3 shot.
a single D3 shot. So that will be 8D3.
Coming to this side, so it's a little bit easier to show off. We do have to talk about our grand strategies before we get into the shooting phase. Yours is simple. Yours is the looting one.
Yeah.
You have to have more of your units in my territory than I do, which essentially just kill me. Rush at me and kill me. And then mine is less for domination, which is it has been errata, but it was like an obvious errata that you should have been playing it this way to begin with, you monsters. I have to control more grave sites than the ogres do. So, than Gabe here does. And then the errata was that once you gain control of them, you lose control of them once you move models away, as opposed to always keeping control of them. But, it's an easy enough one. I just have to get like a third one and remain in control of both of mine as well. But I got enough models that should be doable. Otherwise, we're good to get this D3 shots going here.
All right, so the ogres are slightly intimidated by the endless hordes coming at them, so they're just going to try and start cutting down the front rows of this mindless undead.
And you want to all-out attack here?
Yes, so we will be using our free all-out attack right here.
From the Maw the Great Beast.
Maw the Great Beast. So this is determining our attack's characteristics.
Oop. Well, this is the amount of hits or shots. These are the hits on 3s because of all the attack.
3s.
Not bad there. And one more quick little thing is regarding triumphs. The ogres are down in points by 50 or by 10. I'm actually down by 40, you're down by 50.
Yep.
So you're going to take Bloodthirsty, the reroll. And I get a free triumph for the campaign rules. I'll go Indomitable to auto-pass the morale check if I don't have command points for it.
So now the ogres will be wounding on 3s.
Oh,
Ooh,
not bad.
yeah, not bad at all.
9 or 10 even. There's just 10 more. It says it's going to tear right through their non-existent armor. We ward none. 10 dead. We are going to take some from the back here, though. Just so. I'll probably take these guys, too. Forget them. After that big squad fires, the cannons are next.
Yep, so we will use the heroic leadership from our general to give all-out attack to one of the cannons. They're going to fire into the same zombies, so it'll be 3s and 2s.
Boom, boom, boom. 1 hit.
Okay, and 2s.
That's a wound.
And that's a bunch of rends, so it's going to be 4 damage on that cannon shot.
It's going to be wards. I ward 1, take 3. We'll be 2 left over there. We're going to resolve the second cannon shot into them.
Now this will just be 4s.
Oh, 1 hit. And 3. Or 2 even.
Yes.
And then
4.
D3 plus 1.
D3 plus 3. So that's 6 damage cannonball.
Missing 3 models so far. I'm going to ward another 3. I take 6 in total.
Unit.
There we go. Boom. And I suppose I'll lose you. Boom, boom. Actually, I should probably lose this unit first. I'll put you back there because that's where the other unit was, and I'll lose one of you. That's all you can conjure with your fancy black powder?
Yep, the ogres are pushing in. They're a little dismayed because they thought they were entering an empty city, and instead there's a massive force arrayed. They gotta drop all their hammers and pick up all the guns.
What are the range on this guy's little cannons?
18 inches, so he is just out as well.
Just out of range. Well, then that means for scoring, you're going to get 3 points for the main objectives, because you have 1, 2, and more, because you have 3.
Yep.
And then you get your battle tactic for 5.
Yes, sir.
Did lose 16 zombies there from the opening salvo, so let's go ahead and inspire them for a command point. Just an update on the score as we go into my turn 1. My battle tactic for now, I'm going to be a little spicy with it. We're going to try Endless Nightmares. I'm going to go with the one that requires a roll off the rip just to make it a little more interesting. I have to pick one of my summonable units. Boom, example A, these zombies. I have to return 6 models to it during this turn. I'll get 4 from Deathly Invocation, and then I'm going to attempt a rally. And then, speaking of that, I'm going to go with my Necromancer attempting a leadership because he is going to try to issue that rally. Might as well. And no, we don't get the rally, so it'll cost one of our 3 command points. We'll be at 2 there. What would you like to do?
We'll also do Heroic Leadership on our General.
Oh, you got it. That's a 6. You'll have a free command point. So far, he's doing well. So with the rally, I'm going to resolve right now. It's the beginning of the hero phase. I need at least 2 6s on 16 dice. If I don't get it, well, something is going on here. Oh, there's the whiff. There's the battle tactic.
Oh, my God.
Should have got 3. Well, could have got 3 if I was lucky. Didn't even get 1. Womp womp. And you're probably wondering why risk it? Well, doing the same thing over and over and over again ain't that interesting. I'm a little sad, but we tried. I guess I could make something a monster as a heroic action as well, as we're on the beginning of the hero phase. I'll go with my Vampire Lord here. The General will undergo Metamorphosis. Just for the fun of it, I suppose. And that should be... Oh, I think there's another... Weirdly enough, the White King's Lord of Bones ability is the beginning of the hero phase. He picks a unit of Skeletons or Graveguard, and every time they roll 6 to hit, it's 2 hits instead of 1. Gonna go ahead and still pop off the Deathly Invocation around the Necromancer. It'll just be 4 zombies coming back. You get 3 wounds from the ability, plus 1 model comes back because of the Gravesite. And that rally, I'm going to remember that rally for a little bit here. It kind of breaks my heart. Let's just add you over to there for the ease of it all. And the rest can just kind of hang out here. Boopity, 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 boop. Look at that. They're all happy to get shot again. That's what they're here for. As for the hide command ability, going to opt to do that first before I cast any spells. Here, going to hide the Gluttons.
Yes, sir.
So they can only be targeted with a 9, so they'll be a little bit safer from the death magics. Mostly they only affect melee stuff anyway, so the Gluttons are the main pick for that one. I guess I'd just hide. Let's go with hiding. Nothing really matters because it's my turn to hide things so much, but I'll go with the Blood Knights there if it matters. And then we are good to go on to spell casting, I think. Let's start my spell casting off with a couple of Spirit Gales, I think. I'll start with this guy's not going to draw Morbheg's Claw. He's going to move this turn, so he doesn't get any He does not give bonuses to casting nearby him. We're going to start with this Vampire Lord casting Spirit Gale. It's cast, I believe, on a 5 or a 6, and every enemy unit on the table takes a mortal wound. If I roll a 9 or more, it's 2 mortal wounds. So we fail. And then we're going to go ahead with her. She's going to do the same. Oh, she can't do the same thing. She'll do Arcane Bolt. Sure.
Okay.
On a 5, if you would like to stop it.
All yours.
Yeah, fair. I'm not going to bother marking it. Then we're going to go ahead and do Soul Pike. I'm going to go Soul Pike from the big guy here. He gets an 8. No bonuses to it, so would you like to stop that?
We will try. We will throw an Unbind from one of our pot-adjacent casters, so they're going to be a +1, so we need to see an 8 on the die.
On the dice, you get a 5.
Nope.
So Soul Pike is going to go on to these guys. They definitely want to charge, so we'll put it on them. Just going to hit them with the Soul Pike. Then that's all my vampires done. I got to do the Necromancers. Then let's go. This guy's not going to cast anything because there's nothing really to cast. He could cast the teleport spell, but there's nothing I want to teleport, you know? So we're going to go ahead with that Necromancer there. He's just going to cast a Mystic Shield as my last spell to cast. We do get +1 because of the corpse card nearby, so we're going to roll a 9 in total.
Shield.
Might as well stop it. That's my last spell.
All right, let's just try. Nope.
That is going to go on to the Graveguard with the great weapons, I believe, to try and mitigate some of the damage as they push forward. Lord of Bones and some mystical shields. We should be able to end this phase and go on to the movement phase where I am going to I'm going to send both of these this direction because they're going to get hammered the whole game, so they need the second unit of screen to help them out. And then we are going to reposition these zombies going forward.
In the spirit of this battle, Luca will be wearing his fingers to the bone, moving all these many models.
I'm not looking forward to it. I like the part where they're all stuck in the middle and I don't have to move them anymore. The amount of times I have to move these models before the actual battle report for all the production stuff is the draining element of it. So we're going to go ahead and... I don't think I want to use any command points, really, to at the double. I'll at the double those ones, sure. And they move forward. So I first at the doubled these zombies. There was no redeploys. And then we moved a few of the characters up. The necromancer behind the wall, the vampire up behind the building. That's the general. And then these skeletons ran 3 inches up this direction to follow up behind the zombies after they were inevitably shot to death. This vampire moved up ahead of these graveguard. The Blood Knights shuffled a little bit back here down the steps, staying near the objective. Got to remember the Realm of Shadow disappear and reappear. These Blood Knights, these graveguard, and all of these zombies. Now, these zombies only moved about 3 inches because they want to stay outside of 9 of the Nobblers to get a charge and try and steal that objective away. Which brings us to that glorious phase because we got 0 shooting in this list to save myself some time. And we roll 4. I got 1 command point left. I'll re-roll. Got a 6. We fail.
Oh,
well, that's fine. Man, hey, you know what? That means I have to move less models, dude. That works for me. And you can't say I didn't try. Then I think we're done. I think we're actually done my turn, which is nice and easy. I got 1 objective, 2 objectives, and I think I got 3.
Correct, but I have more. 3 as well, so not more.
Just 2 victory points because I couldn't roll more than 2 6s on 16 dice. That's a priority roll off here. I'm going to roll a 1 and a 4.
Oh.
Now, question is, will you take it? I'll be transparent. I was going to give it to you anyways, no matter what. Because I like a later game double turn for death because it could be a lot more double healing and then double spells and all that stuff. It's a little bit more impactful for death, but it's up to you. I'll let you think about it. So a little bit of deliberation. You have priority, so you started the priority phase, so you always get to win ties and all that stuff. I was hoping to win that roll and just give you priority and not have to worry about it.
Yes, I think as excited as I am to get the ogres in and munching on some zombie meat, we're the most defensive we're ever going to be right now. And we're pretty well positioned, so we will have to just give the turn away.
And that means that that also double kind of screws me on the objectives. Luckily, I didn't get this one, because I'm about to burn all 3 of these objectives this turn. It means I cannot score them anymore as we're going to my turn. So far, the dice, not super good for death. It's not working in my favor here. Just an update on the score. Things aren't going swell. We're going to have to try and... Not actually too sure what to do here. Just going to start hoping. All right, so looking at the Soulblight battle tactics available, none of them are really that doable right now. I mean, technically a couple are, but they're definitely a stretch to justify using right now. That Endless Nightmare one wasn't actually that bad last turn. It was damn doable, but hey, whatever. I'm a little bummed out about it. Let's go with... I guess I'll go with the basic one from the core rulebook. I'll go Conquer. I pick an objective that you control, and I want to control at the end here. That's going to be that one right there. Or at least we're going to attempt to get that one right there. And let's do some actions. I am going to do... He'll just continue being a monster for no... I'll just go ahead and say that he'll probably always do that one unless I need to do something different. I have this Necromancer over there attempt a leadership. Oh, I got a 6. I'm just going to go ahead and say he's going to immediately do it to rally that unit of zombies there, as they should be wholly within 12 of him still. And you may go ahead and do your action. I'm just going to get my rally dice ready.
We're just going to heroic leadership our general again.
All right, let's see what you get. You got a 2, 1 even. All right, so no leadership this time. I'm missing 12 zombies now. There's the 2 6s I needed from last turn. That's the difference of like winning or losing the game there too. Son of a gun. So with that in mind, we get 3 back from the Deathly Invocate. We're not near a gravesite for the 4th, so we'll get 5 whole models back. And I am just going to put them out in the front row here. More than 3 away from the enemy, naturally, because we ourselves are not within 3 of the enemy. So all up in there. White King is going to continue to apply Lord of Bones to this unit of Graveguard back here. You know what? Let's have some. Let's just do it to the skeletons out front, because they're probably going to get... a double turn back on them, so they might as well have the some potential extra damage. I'm not too sure why that's the hero phase. It's like a weird amount of pre-planning you have to do for that one. And we can go ahead and cast the spells. This guy's still not going to do Morbheg's Claw. Turn 3, 4, and 5, I'll probably do it. I'll get him up there and see where that gets me. Let's go ahead and have this vampire cast... Does she want to do Arcane Bolt? I'll get back to her. That one over there. That vampire is going to Spirit Gale. Oh, so I got it. Let's do hides first, though. I'm going to hide the... It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what I hide. What would you like to hide? What do you not want to be targeted by spells, essentially?
We'll just do this Nurgle Ogre unit over here.
Them gluttons over there right in front of the general? Fair.
Yes.
All right, so this goes off if you'd like to stop it or not. It just does a mortal wound to everything on the table. Not my stuff. It's a 6.
How many more casts do you have?
And who did that? He did that one, so it's technically a 7. How many more casts do I have? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 if I want to do the shadow one. I'm gonna go ahead and not stop that. I actually almost immediately regret casting it because everything's multiple wounds, so we have to mark every single thing. So the Nobblers lose a Nobbler each, and then everything Ogre is wounded.
Damaged. Yep.
You know what? It's actually probably safer to not even bother. We'll kill the Nobblers, but let's not bother marking anything because you just said you could use the Maw Pot on your turn anyways.
Yep.
So we'll keep it simple.
In the name of...
Go ahead and remember everything is -1 wound if it comes up. All right, then casting with this Vampire Lord here. I'm gonna play too much fantasy lately. All the hexes, you don't need line of sight, and direct damages, you don't need line of sight. So you need line of sight for Soul Pike, so he's not going to cast anything this turn because I'm a dummy and put him behind a building. We might as well cast the Realm of Shadows spell to try and teleport a unit. I got it with a 12. Not going to try and use one of the dispels for that. I'll target these Blood Knights. They're going to disappear and reappear somewhere else. Boom, and from there they disappear and they come way over here, and turns out they were here the entire time, more than 9 away from the enemies, being these gluttons. As for second spell cast, because that one's free, I guess I'll attempt a Mystic Shield from the same guy. That is a 9 to cast. I'm going to go ahead and opt to let the Mystic Shield through because the Necromancers have a pair of real nasty spells in range to cast. Now, the question is, where the heck does that Mystic Shield want to go? It depends on where you want to put your firepower, really. I'm going to probably say these Graveguards still. The Graveguard are wholly within 12. They will be the target for it. All I have left is... this guy could cast Bolt. No, he did Spirit Gale. She is going to Bolt. She'll cast an Arcane Bolt. That was an aggressive roll. We got it with a 6. I assume you're going to let that one pop off, unless you want to try. Unless you have the Unbinds for it.
I have 2 Unbinds left, and so we're saving them for the Necromancer spells.
Gotcha. Okay, so she'll get the Bolt then. She'll get a little Arcane Bolt stored up there. Then I have the Necromancers. This one knows Fading Vigor. We're going to cast Fading Vigor. We fail. We miscast, actually. We are going to suffer a mortal wound. I'll put it on 4 up on the zombie. Nope, he'll take it. 4 remaining wounds on him. Then we have one more cast. It's got a new name. It used to be called Decrepify. No, he is going to go cast Waste Away on the Lead Belchers because I can't target the Gluttons. They are currently hidden by the Magics of Shadows. +1 in cast because the Corpse card. We got it barely.
All right, we will throw one of the many Unbinds that we saved, another Maw Pot, so we'll get a +1.
A 7, you got it.
Get it out of here.
8 in total. So that is it. So not a great magic phase turn 2 for Soulblight. Now with everything the way it's going, it's just going to charge everything in and hope for the best, I guess. I am going to start my movement phase off with these zombies. I'll just walk them forward and hopefully don't redeploy well. And if you do redeploy, well, maybe like a 1 or something. The zombies finish their move, but we have to see if the Nobblers successfully laid traps down about this battlefield. Anytime a unit finishes, is it any type of move or a normal
move?
Just, like piling in as well? Mm-hmm. Gross. They never changed that, eh?
Not yet.
All right, 4 up. No,
nope.
It's a dud. So Gabe is thinking, yes, on the redeploy there. Currently a 5-inch charge, because I was 9 away and I only moved 4.
All right, let's see what the Nobblers can do.
Nobblers can go 6. Wow, at this point, that's perfectly fine.
They
only had so far they could go because of the Gluttons behind them. It's still a 7-inch charge to make it in. Makes it, you know what? I feel the 6-inch charge coming up, though. I can feel it. That's it for there. No more redeploy, so I can go ahead and move a few other elements of the list. We might as well run the Necromancer forward. 5, he's just going to go into this. Hello. Then we're going to bring the Graveguard up behind him. I guess I'll run them too. You never know. 4. Nice. That's where they're going to end up. And these bats are going to move in just... they move rather far, rather fast. They had other plans in the list creation, but this is kind of what the rolls come down to here. Let's hang out there. Then I got to move the rest of this stuff. It's not going to move much, though, because the zombies are already in a position, so mostly going to shift this way and whatnot. And just like that, mostly the zombies spilled out this way to make room for the skeletons to come up. The necromancer and the vampire flew up there. The necromancer just walked there. And then the graveguard pile in behind the other vampire lord back here. Corpse cart following up the gap the zombies make. The blood knights creeping up as well once the dust is kind of settled here. And I guess that's kind of it. The Fellbats did go back again because I got to worry about the Olgu spell. And then we're good. We're going to go right to charging. And we're going to start with these zombies. We're going to go ahead and roll these guys. I got a 10. Huzzah! Before I actually move them, though, we got to do the Nobbler traps on a 4 more. Yes, it'll be D3 mortal wounds. It'll be 2. I take 2, and then I'm going to...
After the charge phase is completed?
Yeah, go ahead and do the charge. So I take 2. And I lose 1, 2 of them. So I lose 4 in total. I'm just going to go ahead and... One of them does come back there-ish. Charge in like this, staying wholly within 12 of the corpse cart, just so they could deal some more wounds. Not that it matters too much, I guess, against nobblers and whatnot. And that is it for this charge. I am going to go to the Blood Knights behind the wall over there. Voila! They need a 9. No ands, ifs, or buts.
And there it is!
Huzzah! I'm so disappointed from the battle tactic earlier. It's going to take a lot. It's going to take a lot for me to love this one. There you go. There you go. We're going to go get in there. Get in here. Blood Knights, make it in. Now, these guys need...
7.
7. That's right. I was trying to think of their riders real.
There we are. Let's do some traps.
Yeah, the traps. 4. I'll even roll. Oh, D3 wounds. The traps. I'll count the 3. That's all good for me. It looked like a 6 to me. I take 2. Boom, boom. Slam into the front lines of some nobblers, the tyrant, these gluttons over here. I do have to lose, like when I start to lose casualties, like I lose about those ones there because I want to keep the rest of the unit wholly within 12 of the necromancer for invocations and whatnot. And that's should be good, I guess. I don't really leave room for the vampire to get into combat, but realistically, I don't want her to get in combat anyways. We're just sending the crap for her. Just do as much damage as you can, zombies.
Did we pull the models for the traps?
I did, yeah. I pulled them before I moved them all, yeah.
Awesome.
That is it for my charges. He's got a rampage to do.
You know what? I almost forgot to mention this, but we are going to unleash hell with these guys.
Oh, yes, by
in
all
response
means.
to this charge. I vacated the spot, so we can roll right here. So this is going to be...
we should get 2d3 per guy because he didn't move this turn, I assume.
That is only if they didn't move. It's only on your turn. So any other time their attack characteristic is just D3.
I
so
see, okay.
8d3. All right, 5s and 3s.
Oh, that's not bad. Increased wound. Okay, 4 wounding hits on the zombies. They ward 1. That is going to be 3 going down. Let's pull. Bam, bam, bam. No Crimson Feasts in range. So we are going to go ahead and fight first with... I think I'm just going to go first with these Blood Knights. I mean, they got the charge. That's cool and all, but let's see what we can do here. See if we can't get a few more attacks in there. They're piling. They're all eligible to attack. They're going to be 2 damage each on their weapons because of martial prowess. Or martial fury. Probably martial fury. And 16 attacks hitting on, I think, 2s. You're not going to all-out defense, you said?
No point.
Just going to eat it? All right. All right, Blood Knights. Okay. They miss once. 3's to wound. There we go. That's the Blood Knights I know and love. These guys are going to wound 7 times. That is just 14 damage. Right, then the hooves on 3s, because we got the all-out attack on them. And 4s. These are regular saves. There's only 5 of them. So at 5 ups?
5 ups.
Nice. 1 damage.
All right.
Which makes the Spirit Gale relevant earlier.
Yeah, no kidding.
That's a total of 15 damage for the Blood Knights, but there's 1 wound allocated them on them earlier. So it amounts to 16 damage, which kills 4 of the ogres outright. Gonna go ahead and strike with some nobblers.
And let's just do this side, I guess.
Alright, they're gonna stab me with their sharp glass and rusty weapons. Let's go.
Yeah, we're gonna say all but 3 are getting in, 1 died, so that's a 16 attacking.
Yes, that works for me. Nobbler weapons.
This is 5s and 5s. Most dangerous profile in the game.
I don't have anything defensive on these guys, so it's just no negatives. Got 4 hits so far. And then that's nice. Cranked 4 more wounding hits. Zombies have a 6-up save, so naturally we don't make any of them. It goes right through our rotting flesh. And then ward. 3 die. Those 3 zombies that die, or they're all within 3 of nobblers, so I take down no nobblers with me. 5 ups or mortal wounds. With that in mind, I will take a... I don't know, over here I guess. 1, 2, and a 3. Huzzah. And I probably want to go with the ones over here next. Here, I mean this unit. We're going to pile in and hopefully get some attacks here. No, not these guys. I want to do these guys. They actually have mortal wounds on their attacks because of the corpse cards. Let's see what if I can like acquire some damage here or there. All right, so we piled in. We get maybe traps on a 4-up. They're everywhere.
Traps are out in force today.
2 mortal wounds. I am going to ask for... I didn't have any dice near me. I'm like, 2 guys are dead. Hey, look at that. Same result.
2 guys are dead.
2 guys are dead. Who would have possibly guessed that? Let's go with... Actually, everyone I pull will be some guy out of combat. So let's go with that guy. I don't really need him, I suppose. So those 2 die. Thank you very much. That goes on the uppies pile, I suppose. I got about like 11 dead. So we got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19... 2021 attacking nobblers. Gonna be 21 attacks. I chose not to pile in as far as I could because I wanted to stay within range of the corpse card. First half for the attacks, hitting on 5. 6s are good, but only on the wound roll. So we have 2 wounds because they do wound on 4s. And round 2. The hit rolls look okay. And 4s. That is an additional, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wounds and a mortal afterwards because it's end edition. 8 nobbler saves. I have
6s.
No. Sorry, 7 nobbler saves, but yeah.
Dead men.
So it should be... you failed them all. It was it 8 wounds and a mortal wound? Yeah, I think it was. You're right. No, you did it right. So it's 9 damage. I killed 9 nobblers. Excellent. So those nobblers are going to be... If they come back as newly dead, I'll use them as the zombie models.
Oh, hell yeah.
It's a little bit more fun to do it that way. Because zombies in Sigmar are viral. It's like viral magic, technically, because these guys are risen through magic, but they create more zombies as well.
Don't worry, these guys are going to show you what a virus really looks like as they pile in next.
Yeah. So these lead belchers have all piled in.
And they have +1 attacks from Blood Feast, so many, many, many dice.
Right. I'm going to use the Maw of the Great Beast territory for the free all-out attack here.
Yep.
It's the new battle round, so...
So they have Blood Feast, so there's going to be +1 attack per model, so 25 attacks, 2s and 3s.
All right.
And 3s.
This is all the attacks?
Mm-hmm.
All right. It's going to be 12 when he hits. These are 6-up saves on zombies. Any save mitigates quite a bit of damage, so that's 4 damage I've saved. I'm going to roll this twice. This should be 10. Yep. So it'll be 20 damage. That is going to be 7 so far, on top of another 8, so we have 15 damage. Now I got to remove 15, so I'm going to go ahead and do 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 12, and then I'm going to assume this guy is 13, and those are all in range to attack them, and we'll say 14, 15 can die. These ones cannot lash out against anyone because that has been recently eroded for the better. Alright, so you are going to suffer 4 mortal wounds.
That kills a man.
Kills one of them.
This guy was barely on his feet anyway.
Yeah, there would be one still wounded from Soulblight, but we can just keep that in mind.
Yep.
Not Soulblight, but Spirit Gale. Yeah. And then all these zombies is dead. Now it is my pick. I have these zombies to go with. I'm not really going to pile in too much. Do I want to take the Wrath of the Nobblers?
They happen out in force, yeah.
I don't have any, what's it called, mortal wounds over here, and I don't really care about the extra attacks on them, so I'll chill. I got most of the attacks I already want. So we got 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 into the Nobblers, and then 5 into the Ogres. 5 hit the zombies. Oops, I'm going to reroll that because 1 fell. It's a miss. Forced to wound. Okay, we wound 4 times so far. And boom. Ooh, that looks spicy. I think. It looks regular, I suppose, but they're all kind of clustered, and that's always kind of fun. 4 wounds so far. And then, okay, another 6. We're at 10 wounds on those poor Nobblers. Somehow did better without the mortal wounds. The saves for the Nobblers. Are they 6 up?
They are.
All right, I killed 10 Nobblers. A nice little Nobbler size hole in there. Realize that clearly I don't have coherency here, so excuse me, everyone. I won't take the attack on it. I should have fixed my coherency earlier, but there we go. They got all mixed up amongst the nobblers. There's one little nobbler left over here.
Whoops. let's get him back.
Move him over there. They all blend together.
Yeah.
We got the attacks into the gluttons. This is all of their attacks because there's only 5 zombies. The gluttons will save once. 1 damage.
Gotcha.
Technically 2. This guy will have 2 remaining wounds because of the spirit gale. Okay, that is that's it. We did it. All right, we get to go. You still have like gluttons, tyrant gluttons.
Yes, the big fat swing back. So we'll start over here.
All right. I'm hoping you don't kill them, but you might.
Let's hope.
5 of them are going to be swinging over there.
All right, so this is the attacks with the paired clubs. 3s.
Oh, that's pretty good. Only a couple misses. That's ideal. That's where I'm hoping you're going to kind of trip over themselves a little bit. 3's to wound. Go, zombies, go. These guys do actually have rend, so these are 2 damage each.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's 20 damage. Gotta live here, but I don't think I will. That's 9 dead, in addition to 19 dead. That's it. They're gone. There's only 6 remaining zombies. They're all going to explodify onto the gluttons that attack them. All right, and you take 2 more wounds. Right. And that'll put a guy to a single wound left. Suffer 3. You get to resolve the rest of your attacks. The Tyrant!
The Apoplex is very pissed that his line got charged before he got to get his charges off, so he's going to try and cocoon some guys down. First up, the Thunder Mace. 3 attacks, 6s do lots of mortals. Nope.
All right.
So 3s and 3s.
1 wound.
2 rend, 3 damage so far.
So 3 in the pool.
And 2 attacks with our Beast-Skewer Glaive.
2 hits.
2 hits. 2 wounds. This is 1 rend for D3 damage.
2d3 coming up. All right, 4 more. That's it. Mm-hmm. So 7 ward saves on them. We're going to lose 6. I think I'm not going to bother trying to do damage to them. I'm just going to take a couple from here. I'm just going to take that out of there. I don't need that tree anymore. So what was that? That was 6 dead, so that's 2. And I have 4 more to remove. I could afford to remove these ones. And then I can afford to remove these ones. There we go. And then the gluttons can go. And here they come. Okay. 3's to wound. A few fails. 9 wounds. Or 18 in total. So for the first half, because I got to do all the ward saves, I take 5. And I take another 7. I take 12 damage. All 12 of that's going to come from mostly over here. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll be 10 right here. I got to worry about coherency though. So I have 2 more to lose, eh? I can go 11, 12. This guy can die as well. And they'll both, that means all 12 will go for them. And every 5 up is a mortal. You take 1, 2, 3, 4 mortal wounds. Ooh, takes a glutton with you.
1, 2, and then we'll do 3, 4 over there.
Perfect. That means these nobblers can strike back with their nobbler weapons. All right.
2 hits.
Got a lot of like nobodies attacking each other over here this whole turn.
And
reroll that one. Yeah, you can reroll that one. It's fine. Do another damage. Hey, do
Oh.
6 up rerollable. 6 up. Ward. Yeah, you got him. I guess maybe we kill another nobbler, I guess. On a 5. Yes, that nobbler also goes down. Eat that, nobbler.
The guy who repositioned to be with his friends.
To resolve these gluttons.
Because they're like, oh my god. Oh, where'd our friends go?
What's this?
All right. 3s.
Oh, good start. And
3s.
there we go. 4 saves at Ren 1.
Yes, sir.
Go back to 4 ups. 2 are going to go through for a total of 4 damage. Mm-hmm. And we have a 6 up ward. We get to reroll the 1. Because of the banner, we take 4. This guy goes down. And then we are going to put a couple of set of wounds on this model right there, I guess, because I don't feel like losing the banner. I'll let you do your bites first before I do my zombies coming back, because it doesn't really matter too much.
So we have 2 ogre units over here, so we have 2 bite rolls.
Nom 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 nom. My flesh is dead. One
goes through. 4.
A mortal.
6.
6. Oh! Haha! You bite us, but we just Don't care. You bite unimportant stuff, superficial damage.
And then, oh, nothing.
You got them all
over
dead.
here.
They are
Yep.
dead as you can imagine. Now, they killed 10 Nobblers. The other squad killed 9, but they got wiped out. You don't get zombies back on a non-existent unit. So we are going to roll, the way it works is you roll 1 die for every model killed in melee. I didn't kill this glutton in melee because he died to the...
Corpse explosion.
Yeah, the dragged down and torn apart, yeah.
Oh.
And every 2 up, I get a model back in the unit. So all 10 of those Nobblers succumb to the viral infection are now zombies. I'm going to have them all join up right around the objective, right where they died. So they just, those Nobblers start whispering as they're on the ground. Brains!
They're a little bit more coherent now than they were before.
Yeah, somehow a little bit more coherent, a little bit more controllable, one could say.
Yeah.
So that will luckily give us this battle tactic, because I will conquer this objective. Now, we do have some battle shocks. I obviously have that squad got wiped out. These guys lost about 18, but I kept a command point for Inspire. So they're going to Inspire because I need this objective.
I will use my last command point to make sure that those gluttons don't run.
Because they did lose 4. Yep.
Yes, and the Tyrant has a special ability that says Nobblars cannot have more than 3 flee. 3 are absolutely fleeing, so these 3 are out of here.
All right, bye Nobblers. There's what looks like 3
remaining. Left.
Nice.
Yeah.
I hope they're gonna be zombies. Now for score, I get this objective, I get that objective, and I'll get this objective. Now this one I held for 2 consecutive turns. It is now exhausted for myself. The ogres can still score it, but I cannot. But I can still contest it against them, but I cannot control it. And to represent that, we are going to swap them out with the burnt and pillaged houses as more zombies and skeletons kind of pile out of them as their job is done. And that is about it for my turn. That'll be 5 victory points because of the battle tactic, because I do control more. I got this one back here, this one. Actually, do I have this one? I have 4 models to your 4, sadly.
Oh no! God, might makes right.
Might makes right there, folks. So I am on. Actually, I'm on these 4 though. I should be on this one because all my skeletons count as 2 as well.
They do. Okay, we'll do some.
This one I do get because of unbending willpower. My Vampire Lord General making all the skeletons count as 2 models. I do get this one. I get this one and that one. So it does give me more. So it does give me 5 victory points, and I don't get this one, which isn't the worst, actually. That works out weirdly enough for the better. And here we are, nice and updated. I'm up by 2 victory points, but the ogres haven't gone yet. So, and this is our current command points, which aren't great.
I will be using my Warlord command point this turn.
Superiority? Welcome.
Yes.
All right, so start of the hero phase for you. What are we thinking here?
All right, so our tactic this turn will be repel. Pick a unit wholly or partially within your territory, which is my half of the board. We're going to destroy these zombies.
Right there.
We're going to avenge our fallen Nobbler friends. Our servants.
2 victory points for doing so. No problem there. And what about actions? What are you thinking? I assume Metamorphosis.
Metamorphosis, as we said before, and I think we will go for a command point on our General. Always a good safe one, but nope.
1-8. I could use a command point as well. Don't get it either. So...
And who will be hiding?
That's a tough call. I'm going to say, I want it to be the Blood Knights almost over there. The Corpse Guard doesn't serve a purpose anymore. It kind of does a little bit, but I don't really care about them that much. The Blood Knights are pretty good because it'd be kind of pointless to put Mystic Shield on those Graveguard, but I probably should have put Mystic Shield on the Blood Knights and darkened the Graveguard here. So I think the save face, the Graveguard are more important than anything. The Blood Knights are just there for show because I can't stand Blood Knights. I love them, but they're always a little too expensive for what I need them to do. Graveguard always carry though, so we're going to make the Graveguard hide.
All right, well, let's start off with our casting rolls here. We're going to start off with a fun one. The Butcher is going to cast the Voracious Maw.
Oh, yes. Let's see what you get here. +1 to the roll. A 10.
Well, it's a 10.
Might as well try and stop it. I need a not that.
Okay. So let's get a different color.
The spell where I start taking D3 mortal wounds, then on a 4 or more, I take D3 mortal wounds, on a 4 or more, D3 mortal wounds, etc.
On a 4 up, the Maw is not satisfied. That'll be the green dice. The purple dice will be the mortal wounds.
Gotcha.
So let us begin. This is on the zombie horde. All right, so far, 2 mortal wounds. The Maw is not satisfied.
Once more.
5 mortal wounds.
Not too bad. That's the cheapest. That thing can go forever. I suffer all 5. Let's go ahead and just start losing them from over here, I guess. 1, Nobbler goes back to you. This guy. Nobbler goes back to you. And 4, 5. That's fine. All right, there you go. We did forget about the bravery on the Nobblers over there. You didn't have the command point to keep them around. They're going to lose D6 plus 6, and there's 10 of them. So on a 4-up, they're gone. There's 2 remaining. More Nobblers for the fodder. There we go. Not too bad. So that's the first spell. Not bad. Chips away some of the zombies. These are zombie Nobblers up here. I am going to... I removed a zombie from over here. I'm going to keep... Just for coherency purposes, we're going to keep it over there. Try the billowing smoke cloud.
Nope.
5? Cast on a 6.
On a 6, yes.
All right.
We are going to do Molten Entrails, which is +1 to damage with our mount.
Oh, okay.
Get that with a 7.
7. I will try and stop that. I get a 3. Not enough. I'm going to cast a number. We'll leap somewhere. We'll figure it out. See if you get it first, then we'll figure it out. Yeah. Oh, I guess
it's an 8. It's an 8.
Yeah, it would have to be one of those two casting it.
Well, it's clearly that's what I
Yeah,
did, right?
clearly. Yeah, clearly. I stop it.
Oh.
We're going to pop the pot. Boom, boom, boom. So that means these guys they're where they're supposed to be. This guy has got 1 wound left.
No,
sorry, 3 wounds left. 3 wounds left. I count.
Two wounds left. I count up.
Oh, I'm gonna have to take authority here and enforce my because I can't do it. Sorry, but 3 wounds remaining. So
No,
he's only got 1.
there were 2 wounds remaining on that guy.
Yep.
So
he heals D3. That's right.
Yes.
Back to full health. Easy enough.
all right, this guy.
He's only missing the 1, so he heals to full because that was the still counting. Yeah.
So he has 3 suffered. So let me just do this. He had 1 left.
Okay, that's right. Fair.
So he goes back up to 3, very unconfusing. Yeah. And everybody else heals that wound they got from the Tempest.
Exactly. Bam. All right, that is it for magic, right? Let's go to movement. We've got a few things tied up in combat and a few things not tied up in combat. Where do you want to start moving? Any idea?
Well, let's cut and we'll figure it out.
Fire Belly moves up into the crack there. These lead belchers are tied up with my zombie unit that's chained out that way. These gluttons fell back. I'm not going to bother redeploying. These lead belchers came up and around. And then here comes some gluttons. Hello.
Hello, Gov.
Love these guys. And then that guy's got the 3 wounds on him. And then there's 2 Nobblers. And then the Butcher comes up, and so does the Warlord.
Now, these Nobblers are just going to retreat this way or run this way, just to make sure that they're screening out things popping out of this gravesite.
The Nobblers running up over there. I got to see if I get a unit from reserve into play with the zombies that were killed earlier on a 4 or more. They do show up. 20 of them show up near a gravesite. Can't do this one, can't do that one back there, so it has to be one of these 2 gravesites. I guess I have the most room over here, so I'll have some zombies pop up here. This is where they're going to show up, wholly within 12 of the gravesite. Now, because it's Gabe's turn, I have to be more than 9 away from them instead of the old 3. Which is also for the better. It was brutal before that, with the other way. All right, so what do we want to do for shooting?
We're going to start with the Fire Belly. He has a number of attacks equal to the models with an 8. I just measured it. It's 6.
6 of my zombies, okay.
6 zombies, so that's going to be 2s and 3s, no rend.
All right, not a bad start. And that's good enough for me.
Yeah.
6 up, 1 damage each, I assume.
Yes.
Well, okay, his fire breath can't get through my rotting flesh, apparently. It's 2 dead, all 3 die. Of them... So I'd rather just lose these 3, I guess, because I don't need them as much anymore. What's next?
So the large lead belcher unit, they have been pulled into combat by the other zombie unit as well, so they cannot move, and they will be firing their attacks into that zombie horde. We have 2 command points, and I think we really want to free up all of our lads, so to potentially do some charge rolls.
Right.
So I think we'll just all-out attack here.
All right, it's not free, I guess.
It's not free, so we will just go ahead and use all-out attack here.
Yeah, you got 1 command point left.
This is just to determine my attack characteristic, by the way.
Quite a bit. D3 per, they didn't move, so quite a bit of attacks.
Yep. We have this giant fistful of dice. We're hitting on 3s.
Part of me would just remove the zombies, but...
It is my tactic. And 3s.
It's going to go right through their rotting flesh. So 17 ward saves, 15 die. I don't even know what I have. 5, 10, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. So there's 7 remaining zombies. There's actually 8 left. I miscounted. But that's what we have remaining. And then all the novels are going to go back to Gabe there in a second. We got the Tyrant's pistols.
Yeah, Apoplex's little dinky shots. Oh, they actually both hit.
Nice.
Winning on 3s.
Should be D3.
Oh my goodness! Ah! The best Ogre pistols.
Oh, 5?
5 damage.
Boom! He just blows through 5 of them. Yep, 5 die.
Good lord.
We go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We got 3 remaining zombies. That's what we got left. We have a little bit of, they got the nobbler shooting. Is that what you're doing?
Sure. Yeah, okay. 3 bits of broken stuff.
1 hit. Nope.
And they're done.
Right.
Now we're going to do the lead belcher shooting into the Blood Knights.
The Blood Knights. Do I want a defense here? You got 2 big cannons coming my way plus some charges. I only got 1 command point, so no, bring it on.
All right, this is going to be this many attacks. 4s. 3s.
3. Rend 2.
2 rend.
5 ups. Ooh, right through their armor.
1 damage.
And ward. And reroll. And nope. Bam. That's 2 damage. And then screw this banner. 1 damage. This guy's got 2 moves left, I guess.
We're out of range of everybody, so...
Big cannons from the big guy, Chlorhex.
Big farm. Shoot them shots. Nope. Miss.
Warning shots.
Yes, and now the Iron Blasters will go. We'll have 1 Iron Blaster go into the Blood Knights and then see how we feel about it.
All right.
4s.
Boom. You reroll that one. Okay.
Okay. 2s.
That's a wound. -3.
-3 rend.
6 up. Nope.
Okay, so that
wouldn't
is...
have made that save with 0 rend. Let's go ahead
God.
and roll.
5 damage.
5 damage. We ward 1, and we take 4. It'll be 1 dead, and then that guy could take a wound. We have 2 remaining, and we have another cannon to resolve. Cannon number 2. What can we do?
All right, so cannon number 2, 4s, and we're done.
All right.
Over here, we're gonna have these Ogre Gluttons charge in.
Rolling. I see a 2 and a
2.
Oh.
We're gonna go ahead and use our triumph here to reroll that charge.
Bloodthirsty.
We want something a little bit better. Let's go over here.
And you get somehow
A 3.
a worse roll.
Well,
They still make it, but it's not that dramatic. They get to go up to 4 because they do get +1.
5s are mortal wounds, and we will just deliver them with a corpse cart.
My poor corpse guard. 1.
1.
6 aboard. 1 damage. There you go. 5 wounds left. Big farm.
All right, let's do this. Big numbers.
That is a
3.
3. That is unfortunate. That's gonna have to be a 4 to victory.
We want some big mortals, please. 6? I guess we'll take it.
6 works
4s are mortal wounds to the skeletons.
because he's a monster. Hey, that's not bad for them.
4.
We're dead. We don't care if we get hit. Yeah, we ignore 1. We got a banner. We ignore 2. Gonna be a lot of fighting over here. 2 dead skeletons. Well, these look like skeletons that could die to me. Look at that. Boom, boom, boom. And what's next?
We have a 8-inch charge with our butcher here. We would like to just throw some more dice at the skeletons, so let's just see if we get in.
8.
There you
Nice.
go.
Perfect. Hello and welcome, big guy. Glad to see you.
6s are mortal wounds. Okay, another mortal wound.
6 up. We're good. To die. I mean, we're good to die. Look at that. Boom, dead. The 3rd one goes down. And from there, we go to these lead belchers. Declare charge on the Blood Knights.
Let's see if they get in.
It's a 4.
No mas. And last charge we'll do is these lead belchers just to see if they can go anywhere crazy.
10.
10. They can actually.
When they charge like this, they can't quite make it to within the ½ inch they need to, but they can get within an inch. So the first model that charges goes over here, and then the rest shift in that way, but we're going to deliver the mortal wounds to those zombies there.
So this is going to be 5s are mortal wounds. 3. Not bad.
Got my wards. That's 3 3s. That's going to be bloop, and a bloop, and a bloop. We're going to see if this fire belly can get anywhere. Needs button 11.
Nope.
3 will not do. That's a lot of 3s this round. All right. Not bad. That will be it for the charge phase. As we go to combat, I do have to see if these, at the beginning of the combat phase, the skeletons have to see if they stand up. All 3 of them are back.
Oof.
Gonna feed them to the front right there. They still lost 3 models for battle shock though. Gluttons are going first. They're gonna do 3 on the corpse cart, 3 into the Blood Knights. And we'll just hopefully make saves. Blood Knights haven't been making saves so far. Now is the time. I'm not gonna bother with all the defense. I'll save that for the skeletons because they're gonna need it a little bit more.
All right, so this is into the Blood Knights.
All right, not a great roll. Okay, let's mix up for it. It'll be 4 ups on my Blood Knights. Oh, there we go. They made some. That's 2 damage.
Yes, sir.
And I ward neither. 2 damage. 2 damage. That kills this one. Ooh. And the rest into the corpse cart.
All right, 3s.
And 3s. Oh, excellent. Much better than the other guys. No save on the corpse guard, so this twice for wards. He's dead on the first half. You just shatter it to pieces. What a surprise! It's not really that well put together. There we go. All right, the skeletons are gonna pile in and try and do some attacks here. I've piled in the skeletons a little bit. I'm gonna put all of them into the gluttons.
That's a butcher right there, though.
Oh, gross! I gotta hit him. Then I'll put some damage into the butcher. I'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the butcher, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 into the gluttons. Of the 5 attacking the butcher, one's a champion, so they hit on 4s and wound on 3s. 2 wounds at Ren 1 because they're unit size.
All right.
6s. Hey, 1 damage.
Gotcha.
8 attacks into the gluttons. Same idea. 4s, 3s, 2 wounds, Ren 1.
Gonna be 6s. Kills.
Yeah.
Kills a guy.
He's got 3. He should have 1 wound left.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, he had 3 remaining.
Right
After
here.
that attack, these belchers are gonna pile in.
Actually, you know what? Sorry, we're gonna
Tyrant?
do the. Yeah, we're gonna try and clear up their back end first.
Okay.
Thunder Mace.
Ooh.
A mortal wound in addition, 3 hits. So that's 7 damage so far from the Thunder Mace.
I'll go ahead and just roll that up. There's only 3 left. They're all dead. Well, yeah, they're all dead. 3 of them are going to lash out against. 2 of them are in range. 1 mortal wound, and then the other guy's dead. I don't know why I rolled.
All right,
But
the Tyrant has a 5-up.
Cheater of death. 1 damage on the Tyrant. That's it. The Ogre battle tactic is now complete because that was the target unit. My pick, I suppose. Zombies can pile in an attack, I guess. If piled in, 9 are able to attack the gluttons. 5's to hit. That's 2 on the first half. Second one, 3. So it'll be 5 hits and 4's to wound. 3 wounds, no rend. Lead belchers.
5-up.
You take 2.
Out of his head.
That guy is going to take some damage. That is my attack. Lead belchers are going to retaliate. These lead belchers are trying to pile up and around, not really wanting to commit to the combat because they don't want to kill too many of the zombies.
All right, we'll hopefully use those zombies as a screen against these graveyard. So let's hope for failure. 3s. And 3s.
Nice.
Go for
Okay, 6 ups. I make 1, and then this is 12 wards. So I take 6, and I'm going to lose another 4. So 10 die. I lose 10 from in here this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Be 8. That guy was right there. We'll go 9, 10. So 8 of them can lash out. They deal 2 mortals. Kills that 1 lead belcher in the back. He got dragged down and torn apart. And for myself, I just have the Blood Knights over here, kind of. We are going to go ahead and just pile in and around up this way. Try and get some damage. Maybe 10 attacks. Like how I had the Lord of Bones ability on these guys, and I immediately forgot about it. I actually moved the models out of the way, and I moved the thing out of the way. It just goes to show. Ain't gonna remember. Never, ever gonna remember. These all hit on 3s, and they wound on... Did you even attack my skeletons with the gluttons? They mostly attacked the Blood Knights, didn't
and
they?
the corpse card.
And the corpse card, that's right, yeah. These are, 3 wound hits. Be 3 damage because of -2. Knock that guy down to 2, and they got horsey attacks. And these are 4s and 4s. 3 wounds. 2 damage. Look at that. Kills that 1 glutton, I guess.
Worth noting, the Tyrant has a splatter cleaver. It did kill models, but there were no injured ogre models within 12 of him when that happened.
That guy over there, yeah. We got him. There's 4 remaining, and then a butcher, and then a big guy. Butcher and his cleaver into the skeletons. This is all out. This is the end of the battle round, so I'm going to all-out defense. Do I want to inspire? Oh, I might need to inspire them because that guy might crushionate them. Oh, but I have an Indomitable. You know what? I'll all-out defense here.
All right, and then 2s. So that is 2 damage with the butcher.
Well, how much rend?
2.
Rend 2? 4, 6 up then. Yeah, 5 up base. Nope, 2 damage so far. Is that it for him?
That's him.
We take 2. These guys die. Let's lose these guys, actually. And the big guy.
All right, starting off with his little hammer, Rat Smasher.
I forgot, did you want to roar at them or something?
Yeah, let's do that. Let's stomp him. We'll go ahead for a good old stomp.
Just go for a stomp instead? Okay, I was going to say you could deny the all-out defense on him. So it's stomp.
For
1.
1 mortal wound.
Right. I don't ward it. Let's put 1 more guy. Yeah.
All right, so Rat Smasher. Nope. And now we are going to do our hoof, or our rock hard horns. 3s.
Okay.
And 3s. Okay, that is 2 rend.
Rend 2, 6 ups. Ooh, how much damage each?
We put...
You did not get the spell off on him this turn.
Okay, so then that's just 2 damage a pop, so that's 8.
8 so far.
Well, crushing hooves.
Ooh, nice. Oh,
Nope, nothing.
never mind. Not nice.
So end of combat. We are
I just
going
have to do the
Oh,
ward
sure.
saves first. Wards. We got 6. 6.
Now Chlorhex is going to breathe with his pestilent breath as a 2-up for D3 mortals. 2.
Nice. So we've lost 6 so far, losing a 7th.
He's going to pick a model right up in front and roll a dice if it's greater than their wounds characteristic. Yes, that is another model slain.
So 8 of them are going to die. I assume you would have taken the... What's the range of the pick up and destroy?
Within an inch.
Okay, so it'll just be the champion then. I'm just going to... Yeah, I'll pull the champion. Never mind. He might come back, I guess. 1. These ones are going to go down. That's 5. And then 3 more. 6, 7, 8. That's what we got left. All right, that's it. We lost 14 of the skeletons this turn, including those that got ran down in the charge phase. So that's a nasty morale check. Is there end of combat phase things?
We have some bites.
Bites, of course. Bites, yes.
All right, so let's start on this side. The Gluttons are going to bite both units. So we'll start with the Blood Knights.
Nope.
Nope. And the Skeletons.
Nope.
No. Now the Butcher will bite the Skeletons.
Yep.
Yes, for 2 mortal
2,
wounds.
and then might as well do the big guy.
And the big guy, because he is a Gutbuster on a mount, he gets a bite roll instead of the Winter's Breath for...
3 in total.
Yeah.
Ward. Look at that, we lose another skeleton. That's 2. We have the bite roll from those lead belchers to the zombies.
That hole has been the bane. Okay, no.
Funny enough, looking at the scoring of objectives, big guy's the monster, he's worth 10, the character's worth 5. And then there's 2 gluttons in range because it's like right underneath them, which is a total of 19 models. I have 9 skeletons, 8 skeletons plus the character. So, but because of Unbending Will, they're worth 2 each. I lose by 1 model.
No.
Which means you took away from me, so you didn't score twice in a row. This one you scored twice in a row, so that one's burnt for you. That one you scored twice in a row as well. Yes, that one's burnt for you as well. These 2 are flipped though, so these ones are still scoreable for both of us. But we're going to go ahead and load up these buildings with the scaffolding and everything to show that the ogres can no longer score them. And with that in mind, that gives you 5 victory points because of the battle tactic as well. Gives you a 3-point victory as we go to the 3rd battle round, and we got a priority roll over here. I'm in a good spot if I can win it. I have a plan, but if I lose it, I could make something work, I guess. Let me grab a die, though. You know what? You go ahead and roll yours first. What do you get? 2.
2.
All right. Can I roll a 1? Okay. Well, I'd be crazy not to take it. I got a few things that could pop off well if I make it work. So, we will do that. We're going to make it a struggle for the ogres here to take this area. Sorry, as I walk over here and realize I had an arcane bolt, this was going to happen in the battle shock phase. So 1 mortal wound to these guys. That's about it though. Bam! So, down by 3 victory points. Not so bad. The first turn kind of scuffed a little bit. I would have only gotten 4, so I'd still be down by 1. So it's not that big of a deal, I guess. And then that's our current command points. I'm gonna get some easy starter hero phase things out of the way. Lord of Bones on the the whites with the great weapons here. These guys can be real nasty with those, so that is what we're gonna try and go for here. Oh, and you're probably curious, Luca, why did you not roll for the Skeleton's Battle Shock? Because Indomitable, I guess, was the triumph. I meant to roll it actually, but now that I know I had priority, I'll just declare the Indomitable because I don't want to roll it knowing that I was gonna, because the plan was to roll it, then retreat and have these guys go in and let them recuperate over the next couple turns. But I'll just go with the Indomitable. Shouldn't change much at all. They should still have the room just to back up their 4, and because none of them are overly committed, so they're good to go. But I guess with that in mind, I'm gonna go for a fun Soulblight battle tactic here. I'm gonna go for the Grasping Dead. I pick one of my summonable units engaged with your stuff, and if at the end of this turn they're still kind of tied up with something, they will complete the battle tactic. But I'm going to hope that they can like these guys attacking first will allow them to be okay against your counterattack over here. And all that fun stuff. From that point of view, I do have to correct something over here. And this guy's got to be cleaned up because of coherency. Because I was a dummy on wound allocation. I was a little too willy-nilly with it. My action is going to be leadership, I suppose. We got it on a 4. Excellent. That'll go on the general. Because why not? Leadership on a big guy. Mm-hmm. Ooh,
yes.
Nice. You also have it. Excellent. You was going to rally these gluttons. I'm going to rally my guys. I'll let you do yours first.
All right, so 4 dice.
Nice.
So we get a guy back. Nice.
I'm going to roll 3 dice and... Oh, there we go. Yours was from leadership. Mine has to come from my base allotment, but that's okay. Hey, we tried. These 2 guys can still try and muscle their way over here. And we'll see if that can accomplish anything. Whereas these guys are going to be in a kind of a pickle, but we can kind of make it work, I guess. Is going to go ahead and use the Darkness command ability. The Glutton Champion will order it to themselves, so they'll be shrouded in the magics of Olgu. My general, because it's my turn, will use Metamorphosis as well. I guess make him a monster, just so he could roar at something, I suppose. And then I should probably be able to go into spell casting. This lady over here, this vampiress, would probably really like to cast a spell. She is going to be casting Spirit Gale. I would love to get a 9 up on this. Son of a gun! Why do I roll these 4s? This is so good, this spell. If I could have gotten this off one more time, I would have been in a good spot. Come on, spells. I get a little frustrated with you guys. This one's going to go ahead and do Fading Vigor. It'll just go for the Lead Belchers. Got it with a 10. That one's going to hit them twice.
We will try and throw a Unbind from next to the Maw Pot with a +1.
That's
Okay,
fine.
Well,
can't get mad at the dice too much, I suppose. Can only get mad at them so much. So done, and I am going to cast spells over there. Well. I guess I could use Morbhag's Claw. I didn't plan on moving him, but that wouldn't have didn't clear it. So I guess I can move him. Let's go with Soul Pike. Could be kind of cool from that vampire. Just gonna cast a Mystic Shield. Naturally, we're going to fail it. And then we're going to go ahead and cast Waste Away on the Necromancer. Amazing, we got it.
we'll just throw some dice at it.
Definitely want to try and stop this one. No.
Nope.
That is going to be -1 to wound and -1 damage twice. The Gluttons are going to be -1 to wound and -1 damage on all their attacks. And then the big guy is going to be -1 to wound and -1 damage on all his attacks. That leaves us one last cast, which I kind of want to use on these guys to teleport them away from combat. And then, but it gives them a 9-inch charge. But more importantly, just the shadow spell on an 8. A guy with an 8.
All right, we have one more unbind from a guy who is a butcher who's not next to the Maw Pot.
That guy right
so
there,
we just need
yeah.
to roll an IR up.
Oh, there you go. Perfect. All right. So that is it for magic. We can go to movement. Thank goodness. This necromancer is going to slink away this way. We're going to run him. 2. And we'll just go over here. Boom. And we're going to bring these guys up. We're going to have you move here. We're going to have this Graveguard come in. And then the White King is going to come in up and around this way. All right, that's it then. They moved. We got the Prince Duval Vampire Lord over there. The White King came up this way, and then after the Graveguard took this form, and then the Vampire just kind of moved over there. And then that's it for moving on this side. I do have to move a few elements over here, and then I have to bring in my skeletons from reserve because it's the third turn to do something about these ogres. And they're currently engaged, so that's not too bad. So we're going to move the Vampire up and then the Graveguard. And then we're probably going to retreat the zombies, I guess. Moving her up and the Graveguard. Not using Morbhag's Claw, maybe a good thing, because this guy's just going to pop out this way. And I don't really want to retreat the zombies because of reasons where you could redeploy. I'd rather not risk making these charges weirdly harsh. We're just going to give up the zombies in this move here. And that's it. I am going to see if I get... what did you kill? You killed the unit. You killed the unit, right? Did you kill the other zombies? Yeah, you did. You killed the other zombies here. So on a 3-up, those zombies are back. They are. And then I put my skeletons down as well. Okay, so the zombies come back at 20. They could be, because it's my turn, they could be outside of 3 of the enemy, holding them 12 with the gray side, but they're not able to charge. And then this is just my reinforcements. more than 9 away from the enemy coming in from the graveside. Just wave and wave and wave. Like, we're just going to keep going till the ogres are too exhausted to keep fighting. Luckily, I got no shooting, so we can go right to charging. I'm going to start with these guys. They make it. We charge over this way with them. We'll stay outside of 6 of the lead belchers. None of this... Wait, no, what am I talking about? All of this is going to charge. The Vampire Lord will charge 8 with her. We're just going to have her go right in there. And then the Great Guard, the Grave Guard are going to declare charge. They'll go 9. And that's the charge. Everyone can fight but one on the charge roll. I don't want to engage the Gluttons. I wonder if I could have... If I pile in like that, and then everyone shifts over one, yeah, then that would work. So I'm going to pile in with these guys and fight with them first.
Well, we got to take every out we can. They did end a charge move within range of the Gnoblars.
That's
Those
true.
3 guys.
That's true. Oh, there's more
How about
traps.
I've done like 10 mortal wounds this game?
2 of
2
them.
mortal wounds.
6s. Oh, I got 1. You know what? I like it. Then that charged. That's it for here. Wait, there's like 3 dudes here. These guys, they couldn't get around. That's right, so I stopped moving them. They are going to be up here on that 9-inch move, and they won't be. So it was actually 4 not fighting. And then, you know, to keep it simple for myself, I'll have that guy pile in, and I'll have one of these guys eventually make his way up there, and then these 2 guys won't be fighting. They'll be 17 in range. And, yeah. Mind, that guy's totally engaged with them. So 3 won't be fighting. This guy's good where he is, though. On further inspection, he is not. So he's like about a quarter of an inch too close. And I think we're done charging over here. We are going to move to the charges on this side. We're back. Let's go with the Vampire Lord charging. 6. Look at that. We'll just have him go right. He's got flying. And then we're going to go with the Grave Guard. Let's do the White King. 7. Look at that. He is going to go in this way. I just want him kind of scrapping. It's kind of fun. And let's go with these Grave Guard next. They're going to charge 6. Good enough. And they charge in. We're going to keep the Vampire Lord in the back there. Ooh, keep a couple of the Grave Guard within an inch of the Vampire Lord. Thank you very much. Because they're not really going to be able to fight too much. Then we're done charging. So, got monsters rampages.
Yeah, 1 here.
What are you thinking, roar?
Can we roar the Grave Guard? I don't...
Gonna stomp the skeletons because the Grave Guard are too far away to roar at. 3, not bad. All right, skeletons. We are gonna reroll those. We're gonna lose 3. On the combat, I didn't want to charge my Vampire Lord in the combat yet. Just keep him off in the back. He's a little too important with his Unbending Will command trait. So, as we go to the start of the combat phase, I have 3 things to do. The vampires have a rule called Crimson Feast. Haven't bothered using it yet because it hasn't really mattered. I pick a unit wholly within 12 of them, and they get +1 attack. Graveguard can get +1 attack, and the other vampires can do the other Graveguard to give them +1 attack. Then, the skeletons. How many are there? There are 5 of them. I'm going to roll 15 dice to see how many I get back. 15 4-ups. That's not a bad roll. That's about average. So that's 5, 8 in total. Reminds me, I forgot about Deathly Invocations. I was going to do it over here anyways. It doesn't change much. I'll just add 4 zombies back to this unit because of the gravesite. And the skeletons pile back up on in that little mess there. Hopeful. This is miserable to manage all this. Okay, this is my fault though. You know, this is what you get when you play Soulblight. And that should be it for the start of the combat phase. And it's a tough call, but I think I'm going to fight with my Graveguard on the other side because these guys are so crippled in their attacks. They won't be able to do too much, I hope. All out defense?
Yes, sir.
Well, I'm not going to bother piling in because I don't want to engage them. So there's 15 Graveguard able to attack because 4 aren't fighting and 1's dead. They're 3 attacks each because of Crimson Feast. It's going to be a nasty 45 attacks. 46 because of the Seneschal. These are 3s and 3s, run 1 damage. And every 6 wound is a mortal wound in addition to its normal damage. All right, here's the first batch here. Got 3 misses and 3s to wound here. So that is going to be a grand total of 8 saves and 2 mortal wounds. Second one on 3s. Only 6 hits there. All right, we have 5 more saves and 2 additional mortal wounds. And the last one on 3s. I'm going to reroll for the Seneschal. Okay, he still missed that dummy. And 3s. And
oh, boy.
Lots of mortals, yep. So additional 5, 10. Oh, geez. And 7 mortal wounds. 10 more saves and 7 mortal wounds. And these are 5 up saves because of defense. All right. Make a few of them.
All right, let's start counting lead belchers. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the
that guy's
more
got
wounds
3
will
left,
do
yeah.
the rest.
And then more wounds, yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then yeah, there's enough more wounds. They get wiped by Graveguard.
Yup.
We cleared them out. I think the Glutton Call is the right one because the other Graveguard fight, that's all 1 damage each, -1 wound, not likely to do like anything impactful. This one you can at least save a little face over here. But I was afraid of taking too much damage on my Graveguard. But I'm gonna hopefully have these guys roll up some saves. If I all out defense here, that's my last base one, but I'm gonna try it just to keep them alive. I have 1 heroic leadership left.
All right, 3s. Oop, not a good start.
Not a great start.
And 3s.
Oh, there you go, 5. We go back to our 3 up. And okay, that was a good call. I only take 2 damage, but we got a ward. We still take our 2. 1 wound left on this guy. And they do have the hunger, so we can heal it back. Then we have the Graveguard go. I can't really justify using all-out attack here. I need it for an Inspire on those skeletons in case you decide to go like full focus on them to deny my battle tactic. So we're going to hope the Graveguard on their own can do well, but I feel like I might still just do this hero first to get a few more Graveguard attacks. And let me do the math. I'm going to be a little cheeky here. I'm going to pile in with this guy, attack with him first, and see what that can accomplish us here. You probably even go a little further. He does have fly after all. Let's go with his ancestral relics. 5 attacks on 3s. Okay, well, you know what? Not too bad. 2 at run 1. 6 ups. Just 2 damage, I believe.
All right.
None of them. Are any of them hurt?
Not right now.
Not right now. Go ahead and fight with those gluttons before they disappear. You're on a swing of the Graveguard. All right, let's see what you got.
So it's going to be 3s and 4s.
Yeah.
And 4s.
Okay, the -1 wound didn't matter whatsoever there. 7 6-up saves. Now the big thing is I reduced the damage from 2 to 1, so these are just the ward saves. I do lose 4 so far. 5. Of the 5, I guess I want to keep these guys here because of lookouts for a reason, so that's the musician. Well, 1, 2, 3, 4, and I guess it doesn't really. We'll lose the fake seneschal. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead with the White King is actually going to attack next into the butcher, I guess. 5 attacks on 3s, no 6s, and 3s. 1. I ran 1.
6 up.
Just 2 damage. And that 4 left, and that's my pick. Butcher's gonna see what he can do to the skeletons, try and keep their numbers down.
Good start. 2s.
Always 2s to wound, eh?
Yep.
2 wounding hits, not bad. Run 1.
Run 2.
Ooh, Ren 2, no save here, so
4 damage.
4 damage. Ward! Reroll. 4 dead. We'll guess we'll go ahead and lose 1, 2. The guy who's falling over. And you, because you're looking a little extra up there. The skeletons are gonna go, we want to put some damage into this butcher. So we'll go 6, 7 attacks into the butcher, including the champion, who would have come back, I guess, on the reanimate. Let's put him right up there. 7, and then 2 onto the big guy. 2 on the big guy, both hit. They don't have the lower bones on them. 2 wounds at -1.
4s.
1 damage,
Right.
6 up board.
6 up.
Okay.
1 damage?
There. Or, yeah, 1 damage. Then the attacks into the butcher. Ooh, only 3 hits. 2 at run 1. 1 damage. Him down to 14. The big guy down to 3. Big guy. Everything into the skeletons?
Yes, sir.
I just need 1 to live. I threw everything. That's his.
Oh, nothing with the hammer.
All right.
Up next is the horns.
Horns.
So this is going to be 3s and 4s.
Not a bad start. 4s to wound. Let's see if the -1 wound helps.
Oh, it does. Well,
Oh, it did a little bit, yeah.
1 save at 2 rend.
No save at all. What's the damage normally?
It's 2, so it goes to 1.
1 damage. We'll just keep 1 in the pool, and then we can
Okay.
go ahead and do his crush
And
and
then
hooves.
the hooves.
Oh, good start.
2s.
Oh, bye.
Okay,
Nice.
so this is 2 rend, and these are 4 damage apiece, so they're 3 apiece.
So that's 6, 7 damage in total. Wards! We ward. Oh, okay, ward 3 then. We lose
Nice.
4. And he has a pestilential breath after his swinging.
2 up to deal
3
mortal
He's
wounds.
lost 4. 7.
And then
He bites a
to
guy.
eat
There you go.
it.
There is 1 model remaining because there's 9 in the unit. So we'll go ahead and lose everything, but I guess you could, the banner would stick around. It doesn't really matter because you pick whatever one model you wanted.
We're hoping some ogres can finish them off with bite wounds, I guess. Bite rolls.
That's true. I'm hoping, oh geez, that could be kind of bad. I forgot about that part too. A lot of damage on him. So that's who we're gonna have left. Actually, I'm okay. What's the range of a 1 inch?
Within 3.
Within
so
3.
They can't really get away.
Can't really. So I'll take him out and just leave one of these guys in there. It's one of these two guys. I assume you'd rather the guy in the corner though, closer to these guys.
Yes.
Right, then I get to go. I'm gonna go with these guys. See if I can't get anything going with them. I don't know if I will get both in. Yeah. Okay. 10 attacks, 3s to hit, and 3s to wound. It's 6 at -2. So that would just go right through. We have 9 horse attacks. And you'll have 3 saves on top of this. So 6 damage plus 3 saves. Okay, 9 damage. Leaves this guy at 1 wound. We're going to try and wrap up and around and get some damage on the wizard and those last couple gluttons. So it's up to me now, actually, for the rest of my attacks. So we're going to go ahead and do just that, I guess. Piling them in a little bit, just keeping these guys coherent to everyone else. Try and keep them near the characters. So I got these 2 piled in to attack the butcher. I got to pile these guys in still here, but I got 1 guy around to attack the butcher. So 3 on the butcher and the rest are on the gluttons after they pile in, which I'll do right now. Something like that. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 on the gluttons and 3 on the wizard. Initials on the gluttons. So these are on the wizard. 6s are 2 hits. That's all the hits. And then these are 4s to wound because they're great weapons. That is going to be 4 saves and 3 mortal wounds. So I think he just dies to the mortal wounds.
Oh, yep.
Yeah. So he gets killed by the old-fashioned killing blow back in the day. At 9, 3 times. Oh, jeez. Okay. I'll just resolve this one. This is the first wave of attacks. They all hit. They wound on 4. Jeez, that roll.
All right, they're dead. They're actually just dead.
That's 4 mortal wounds plus a bunch of like no saves. Yep.
Save some time.
Yep, save us some time. And that's it. I am done attacking with those Graveguard. And that means we get to fight with the gluttons or against the gluttons. Soulblight. Let's go. Not bad. Go vampires. 3s. Okay. Only 2 wounds at minus. Oh, no save actually. So that's 4 damage so far because I ran 2.
Yep.
And then bam, 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 bam. And these are the horsies, of coursies. Not gonna just 1. 1 damage. So it does 5 whole damage. Only that rally was big because I still don't get that objective from you.
On over, and we'll put a wound on that dude.
And then because they did, they heal up to the amount of damage they dealt, so this guy goes back to full. So this is what it comes down to. I have 1 skeleton left alive for the battle tactic. I'm taking these risky battle tactics to make it interesting, but it's kind of biting me in the butt here pretty bad. You have 1 ogre bite attack. Now you have to do a 4-up to bite, and then I have to pass a ward save, or several.
All right, so he's going to bite both units, but first let's go with the important one. This is the skeleton.
Son of a gun!
Okay, let's see how many wards you have to make.
Oh, 3.
Oh no!
Out of here. Boop, boop, boop.
Oh,
There goes my
there's
battle
the
tactic.
Boop.
And
then let's bite the Graveguard.
Yep, I'm moving around a little bit, but he's within an inch. Go ahead.
It's within 3, actually.
All 3, that's right, yeah. Oh,
no bites.
of course it gets not there. I hate you, dice. I don't care. Why do you have to control me so? These Blood Knights get bit too. Maybe. Yes. D3. That's a drop die. Just reroll it.
Okay, fair enough.
Yeah. 1. All right. Just a 6 up. Got my dice everywhere. Nope. 2 wounds left on the guy who just healed. Only get 2 objectives. This one and this one, because I cannot contest the ones back here because I have pillaged all I can from them. The ogres might find some good there, but not me. And losing our battle tactic, not ideal, folks. Oh man, we got a heck of a lot of dice to roll still. Woo! I still have leadership left over on the vampire. Nothing to really use it on. I guess I'll use it on the Graveguard because they lost a couple guys, but it was supposed to save for the skeleton, but I didn't expect to lose the exact amount I needed. Well, it was off by a couple, I guess. Okay, well, that's that. That's it. I get 2 whole points. And here we are on turn 3. I'm actually still down on points because I keep messing around with the battle tactics a little bit too much here. And let's see what the ogres can do as they're already in the lead. So as long as they just kind of keep churning out victory points, they're good to go. All right, it's time.
Okay, battle tactic. We're going to do avalanche of flesh. So we have to deal 10 or more mortal wounds with our trampling charge battle traits. So let's hope the meat fists can pick up their side of the deal. We're going to start by emptying the pot. This guy had suffered 1 wound.
I think you already did this game.
Yes, but zombie meat died within 6 inches of the pot.
It's
which
6.
refills
Yeah,
it,
you
yes.
got it. Yeah, it's refilled.
So,
Gotcha. Boom,
we heal a wound on the tyrant, we heal a wound on the other tyrant. And
These guys heal.
Yeah, so they're all starting at full. Heroic action, metamorphosis again.
Yeah.
We'll do finest hour on our leader to cancel out that -1 to wound.
Okay, fair.
And spellcasting. We are going to start with the Voracious Maw. All damage all the time. Nope.
All right.
And then we will go with our -1 to hit aura on a 11.
Try and stop it. Got all these wizards. No. Then that's it, because the other wizard's dead. I got a couple actions to do, or I got 1 heroic action to do. I'll do leadership, I guess. And, hey, we got it. I have access to doing Umbral Leap. You just roll it to see if you get it.
Yeah, and then
let
we'll
you
make a
pick some.
choice.
Yep. Need a 7 on the dice because you get +1. That is a 7 on the dice. So I will try to unbind, and I don't. So you get to make a pick, make a choice. I guess I'd make these Graveyard dark, I suspect.
Butcher is going to take himself a little ride.
Oh, bye-bye. He's going to step into the shadow. From the pot, he just disappears in a cloak of mist and shadows and reappears in my backline here. All right. A few elements to move would be these iron blasters. Boop, boop, boop. Hello. And hello.
Move to outside of 3 over here.
Firebelly is coming. They're not moving. The Nobblers move back. The Tyrant and the Firebelly move forward. And then the Meat Fist Tribe Gluttons move up here. Firebelly's going to breathe on the Graveguard, I assume. We're going to all out defense them with my 1 command point. I'll have 1 left over, I guess. Just trying to... because there'll be a lot of shooting. Do I really care about some commands here? I'm just going to chill. They're fine.
All right.
If not, then they're not.
2s. 3s.
4 up, 3 saves. We were good. Tyrant's pistols. Bang, bang.
Miss.
Miss. Yep. Wild
right.
shots.
Lead Belchers over there are going to go.
Same target, Graveyard.
No, they will be shooting the Blood Knights.
Blood Knights. Move 18, 3 shots. Just the amount of shots so far.
4s.
And 3. 3 of them, eh?
Yep, -2 rand.
2 because of underguts, so 5s. Oh, the undergut's coming in big there. And the ward, that's 2 damage. This guy falls over to the Hail of Lead. And that brings us to the 2 iron blasters over here.
They finally get to use their other profile, the close range cannons. So this is going to be 10 attacks. 1 of the iron blasters is going to go into the Graveguard. We'll spend a... have we done all? No, we haven't done our free all-out attack yet.
Not this battle round, nope.
So we will use our free all-out attack here to hit on 2s.
Nice. It helps quite a bit. Wounding on...
3s.
Excellent. Go right to their ward saves. 6 to mitigate. We mitigate 2. And then we take 6 so far. I'm going to do that 1 more time. I haven't pulled them yet, so there's 6 to pull.
And then this time we're going to use a command point for all-out attack on the other one, so 2s.
Here we go. Campaign coming in big here.
Yeah. These. Okay.
10 of the 14. So far we've lost 6 from the first volley. We are going to lose 9, that's 15. And then I owe you a few more. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. The 18 of them blasted away from the iron blasters. Heck yeah, shooting. Let's go. On 3, 6, 9, 12. They're all dead.
Oh my goodness.
Just got them. Just got them.
Well then, Chlorhex is going to just go ahead and fire his guns at the
White King?
White King, yep. So 4s.
Got hit.
And 3s. No.
Before going any further, I gotta see if those skeletons you killed last turn come back at the end of your movement phase. They do. They're just gonna be back here. Just 10 bony boys. Would be them right there. So that's just technically before the shooting, but I don't think that would have changed your mind in any way, shape, or form. That's the good target there. So that's where do you want to start charging?
That's a good question. Ah, here it is. All right, the Butcher way over there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if he can make a 9-inch charge to get into somebody.
For 9. Off by
8.
1. Just gonna stay there. No
What
forward
a
victory.
doofus. All right, this guy.
He's within 3 of this guy.
Oh, he is? Okay.
Yeah.
Then we will go ahead and charge with our... let's start with the Firebelly over here.
Let's see what we can get. 6. Crash! Right into him. And these are 6.
2 mortal wounds.
That's
Wow.
not bad. That's a good start.
Yeah.
Warding. Re-rolling. All right, reward. Neither, actually. So 2 are going to go down. Let's lose you, and we'll lose you. Tyrant, who is a monster and also
A meat fist monster.
Yeah.
6. Okay. He goes in. Yeah, perfect.
Welcome.
All right,
Now,
so-
these are 3-ups for mortals. Because we're breaking all the rules here.
Oof.
All right, that's going to give you 5 mortal wounds. So far, we've done 2. It's 7. We got back here some guys. 1, 2. Bam. So battle tactics looking pretty good. These guys are going to declare charge next.
All right.
6.
Consistent.
Just kind of right
Yeah.
in. Charge like that. And we're going to put the mortal wounds on the grave guard, I assume?
Yes. These will be 6s, 5s, 4s.
Because of breaking the other tribe here. So 4 additional mortal wounds. There's the battle tactic done. 6 to ward. Unless I ward this, I guess, technically, but no. That'll be 4 additional dead. Look at them just fall over in droves. Ogre charge. And that's it.
The lead belchers over there have a long charge no matter where they go, so let's just see what they roll.
Ooh, 10, perfect.
Oh, okay.
Bring it in. Beautiful, they're in. 10 dice on them, too. These ones are
5s.
underguts. Yeah, 5s. 5s because they're unisize? Yeah, that's right, yep. Let's go. Ogres.
Oh my
Beautiful.
God.
Couldn't ask for better.
Oh my God. 1, 2, 3, 4,
They're all
5,
dead.
6, 7, 8.
Oh.
Whoa.
4.
Whoa.
8. Their ward saves are forgotten.
Yeah.
You could choose not to take ward saves, fun fact. 4 charges.
All right, we're going to go in with a Iron Blaster right here.
Double 1.
He's not going anywhere.
Going nowhere.
And then his friend is going to try and get a couple more mortals off. 5. They are actually trash in combat, so we're just going to choose to leave him back.
You know what? That's fair. You can always take the option of not charging also.
Yep.
And that is about it, I guess.
Yes.
We have Monstrous
action.
Rampage
Yes.
to do over there. Yes, this guy. Into the White King, I guess.
Yes, we are going to go ahead and... What's his save profile?
3 up.
Okay, we'll roar him.
Yeah. Roar!
Roar this dude.
Oh, look
Yes.
at that. He's shaking in his little White King booties. All right, then we have all the Glen attacks into the zombies.
3s.
Let's go. This is ideal. These are damn good rolls, dude. Crush the dead. Get them out of the studio.
Rallying.
Boom. Look at that. You can't exhaust an ogre when there's
No.
meat on the menu. These are all rent perfect. How much damage is all this?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 24 damage.
There's only 20 in the unit. They're all dead if I don't take ward saves, but you know what? Let's just see. Boom, 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 boom. I think this is 12. Do this twice. Make 2. I have to make 3 more to live. Oh, look, it didn't matter. They're dead. Boom. No, not my zombies. Got run down. I know they technically do mortal wounds, but they got hit so hard that they just can't do it. They got pulverized. Yeah, this is pretty action.
Cue the action movie music. They're just crushing through.
It's ogre time.
White King. He's going to bring down the monster, right?
I guess I do get to fight. Yeah, you know what? He'll get a shot. I guess he's technically summonable. He can get an extra attack from the vampire. Aha. Aha!
Oh,
2
no.
mortal wounds, though. And nothing. 6 up wards. All right,
Okay,
couple
takes
damage. Take that, you filthy ogre. He is going to squish that White King back. Or at least it tried to. He's a little hurt. I'm going to all-out defense him. Why not?
And I will use my once per game Anvil of Apotheosis ability to goad my mount, giving him +1 to hit on his attacks.
Nice, all right.
So the hammer, Rat Smasher, that's going to be 4s and...
Plus
back-
1, -1,
back
yeah.
So back to 3s. 1 rend.
1 rend. We are at a 3-up save. We're good.
Okay. Next up, his little
Stompy stomps?
hard horns.
Oh, the horns, that's right.
Rock hard horns.
Rock horde horns.
So that's going to be 2s and 2s.
Nice.
Or 2s and
Should be whatever
+1
base
-1,
roll
so
is, yeah.
3s. And 3s.
3 of them. Rend of 2?
2.
Rend of 2, 4-ups. Okay, 1 goes through at -1 damage.
So
Whatever.
1 damage.
Ward, I guess. Alright, he's good. I think he took damage from something earlier. I don't know what he took. He did,
I don't-
maybe.
Okay. All right. And then the
Crushing
hooves.
hooves. Couple hits, 1 hit maybe.
2 hits. Hits on 2s. But
3s
the,
normally. Yep, that's
yes.
right. +1.
And then we're back to 2s.
Oh, nice.
2
Rend
saves. 2 rend.
4s. Oh, and normally 4 damage, right?
Yes. So it'll be 3.
Aha, he takes 2. He's got 3 wounds left.
Okay.
Your
So
400-point character can't kill my White King, but he's gonna get pitted.
all right. We'll breathe on him.
Breathe.
4. 2 mortal wounds.
2 mortal wounds. Uh-oh. Oh. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, whatever. I'll take 1 damage. He's got 2 wounds left.
All right. And what's his wounds characteristic?
5. You have to roll over or equal to?
Greater than.
6 it is then.
All right. Let's just snap him up with a 6.
No. All right, and then you can bite. Because chompy chomps.
Yeah, we'll just do it now. Just to see. All right.
Has he died to the bites? No.
No.
He lives.
He's like, existence is torture.
And that's kind of it. You can bite me over there. But,
And the Blood Knight. Let's see if he can
oh, yes.
take that objective all by himself.
Oh, the Blood Knight. 3 wounds. 1 damage each. Rend 2. So this does 3 damage. We got the... Should be no save on it.
Oh.
1 hit, 1 wound, and you get 5 of save. He might kill 1 ogre. He does. Look at that.
Heck yeah.
And he's gonna fight back. All right. Boom, 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 boom. And these are... Oh,
2
wounds.
hits, 1 rend.
Live! Live! He takes 1. Does he get bit? No.
No.
Ogre
Okay.
not hungry. That's kind of it. These guys can pile in and they crush the zombies. Oh my gosh.
Oh no!
The zombies, no, I love them. Huzzah! And that is the retreat is sounded. I can see. I can't. It's warm. My armor is tired. I've been moving hundreds of models all day to no effect, and none of my important pieces have died. I've lost only the undead
Okay, so
things.
let me spin the story for you, Luca. Death Forces are raiding. They have a huge horde that they've accumulated. They think they're perfectly safe. They send in their expendable zombie chaff. Sure, of course they're going to die.
That's
but they're like,
gain
okay,
your strength, right?
Send in the Grave Guard. The Grave Guard cut down half a dozen ogres. But as their bodies are hitting the floor, there's a thundering charge of the second wave coming in.
Yep.
They wipe out all of the Grave Guard on the charge.
Yep.
And with that, the Vampire Lords go.
Let's wrap this up. Boop. That's exactly, Gabe, what I was thinking too. That Vampire Lord there, he looks a little left, he looks a little bit right, he like twirls his finger in the air a little bit. He's like, let's get out of here. Kind of like, there's just a few more elements could be resurrected, like go block, go screen, go tie things up, and they're gonna, vampires can fly, so they're gonna fly out of there. The necromancers are gonna skulk their way out of here.
Hobble away on his little stick.
Necromancers aren't as valuable, and the Blood Knights are like, you know what? Yeah, this ain't worth it. Let's just go. So one of my favorite things about Soulblight Gravelords is that if you lose the game, but you don't really lose any of your important pieces, it's like, we just lost some dead things. That's okay.
So
back
maybe
it
in the
up.
write-up, one of these Vampire Lords is going to have a name and be the spurned Lord.
It's like he was told to go in here and he was told to loot. He was not made aware of a gigantic mercenary
Occupation
force of ogres coming in under the order of Hammathrowa to establish finally a city, settlement and city, a city and or settlement in this corner of Nulburak. Congratulations, Gabe, on being the first to claim a quarter. I figured I'd put a lot of bodies in the way, and if you had the DPS check to get through it, you'd make it there. And that's good. You did. You evidently did. Those guys at the very end rolled exactly what you needed. But it's the stupid freaking mod. What the heck? I was fighting a game. I'll remember that game forever. It was the one time that I had to fight another content producer, and it was Josh, in the Maw the Great Beast. And I lost it on a priority roll going into the third turn. My least favorite way to lose the game. And then this territory has been haunting me because everyone coming in is playing destruction. It's just a long string of destruction players. So it's like Maw the Great Beast, Maw the Great Beast, Maw the Great Beast. Man, wild. Anyways, good game. Crushed the undead, but it cost you some elements of your list, I suppose.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Heavy casualties were suffered, but best thing about the ogres is you spoon a little ladle full of stew into their mouth, and they're like, okay, I'm good to go.
They're good to go. Back up again. Yeah. Realistically, the models that go down in the game don't really die. They just kind of succumb to exhaustion or battle wounds.
Yeah, that's what rally is. They stand back up. They're literally just like, okay, I'm good.
We're good to go again. Exactly that. That there, folks, is going to be it for this one. Stay tuned for a post-game. The Ogre Mawtribes have successfully taken the first section of Nulburak for the Destruction Alliance. Now, if you liked what you've seen here and you're not too far from Welland, Ontario, near Niagara Falls, and you want to take part in this campaign, go to MiniWarGaming.com/challenge for all the details.
As you can see, the ogres have put out the fires, they've moved in, they've built their fortifications, they've set up their maw pots, and we are here to stay in Nulburak.
This is the first of 4 major sections. Every section of the city gets 10 harder to conquer if you have a previous section of it, so the next one's 30 to go for. But destruction before this game was at 26. And holding one section of it is 5 per section. So you got 31. Destruction is at the far lead now. Chaos is at 20, Death's at like 17 or 19, and then Order is... We don't talk about Order too much. Order got wiped out of the map weeks ago, essentially. Sadly, but it is
Not
what
so
it is.
sadly.
Someone had to be last, no matter what.
Yeah, order players. If you're nearby, Welland, Ontario, you got to come up here and
Try
do
to
what you
redeem
can. Yeah.
Well, let me tell you, there's a heck of a lot of destruction players out there. It's kind of like it's hard to balance in a way when it's like every 10 guests, 8 of them are destruction players. So they're gonna win some games here and there, right? Yeah. But hey, that's it. If the forces of destruction are that numerous, then yeah, of course it's gonna be hard to stop that tide. So in this case, we had a few death players early on, and then I ended up playing more of the death games later on myself when it made sense, and I was able to capture a couple territories for death in the realm of metal. But kind of, it's all is quiet on the death front. They haven't made any ambitious moves. They mostly just kind of defended what they wanted. Whereas destruction, they're on the warpath. They only have their eyes on the prize. Let me tell you. They went right for Ashenhold after Chaos took Barrelom, and then you held Savage Reach against several attacks, actually. Well, maybe 2. Well, or at least 2 aggressive maneuvers towards it.
Yep. Pushed the Order out of Razorwind Pass yesterday.
That was good.
Finally.
Yeah. That was a pretty funny game.
Yeah. And Chlorhex especially wanted to get into Nulburak because he was told or had heard rumors that a cure for his ogres existed within here. They're all rotting to pieces.
Well, this place is so mysterious. You could just hear any rumor out of here and believe it.
That's where Jimmy Hoff is buried too.
This is where Jimmy Hoff. This is awesome. This is where Jimmy Hoff is buried in Nulburak, up in the tower somewhere.
Yep.
Oh man, that one got me pretty good. This game was freaking I knew it was going to be exhausting going into it, but I'm like, whatever. I like Hordes of Undead. And then I got a little discouraged when my battle tactics kept failing. And then I got the one, I guess, but it was boring. I hate the boring ones. Yeah. It's like the core ones are okay. I love this new season because of how complicated it is, but it only really makes sense if you're using all the match play rules. And sometimes it's just, I don't want to play in the realm of fire using the realm of beast stuff, So it kind of feels like a little off-putting. But I was so close to the battle tactics I wanted. The first initial roll of the game. What a sad start for the forces of death.
Yeah, let's not forget that rally.
That rally. How often do you play against Death or Soulblight in general?
I've played against Soulblight a fair number of times, but never such a non-elite list. Usually people like their vampire knights and zombie dragons. So just churning through so many zombies, so many bodies and wounds is an experience for sure.
Typically, I'd like to have a vampire lord on a zombie dragon somewhere in the list, but I just didn't feel like it would make sense to have that in like a scouting party in the city kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to bring him out. He's usually a pretty heavy carry for the list, as most Soulblight players know. And if you play against Soulblight players, you know there's a vampire lord on a zombie dragon somewhere. That guy's really hard to... He's the equivalent of the Frost Lord on Stonehorn, essentially, yeah.
Most armies have it.
Yeah, it's like such an integral piece. But hey, this list did pretty okay for what it had going on. I wish I could have waited a little bit longer for the Graveguard charge, and I kind of planned on waiting a little bit longer, but I was exhausted at the end of it, dude. I just, one of those, like, I'm just going to show my hand now and hope for the best. And the best was not enough.
The Meat Fist almost got completely encircled. I was worried they were not going to get any charges off, but they managed to come in with that salvo of meat right at the very end.
Yeah.
These are the entire tribe of Appleplex, actually. And ever since I finished my Nurgle Ogre conversions, I've been trying to sell these guys. So if you'd like to own a piece of Nulburak history, this entire lot right here is for sale. Just leave a comment.
Got the thing back there, too. I didn't notice it.
Yep.
Soup pot.
Got the whole deal there. So just leave a comment on the YouTube video, I guess, would be the best way.
Do you have an email you want them to email you at, or
I don't want to dox myself, so
fair. I don't know if you had like a separate one or something like that, but leave a comment down below if you're interested in getting some Ogors. What's how many points is this?
These days, don't know, but
fair.
Someone can definitely figure that out in the comments.
It looks like it's
most
probably
of a
around
list.
1,000. It's probably like a good chunk, half of a list.
15, yeah, somewhere about. That's 500, 400, and blah blah blah.
Yeah. A little bit less than 500. A couple characters around 200 and 150 each than them. Probably a little bit over 1,000 points there. So if you're curious about getting in ogres, here you have a little comprehensive start to a list. Pretty good stuff too. You get the Tyrant and the Butcher, Gluttons if you like Meat Fist Tribe, Lead Belcher's a good support. I don't know what the heck a Scrap Launcher does, but there's one over there.
It's a cheap artillery piece that can kill hordes.
Oh, that's what it typically wants to do? Okay, fair. So good at screen killing. Screen killing, very important for ogre armies.
As you saw in this list, those Noblar screens really absorbed the first wave and allowed the Gutbusters to swing back and really wipe out that first wave of zombies. Because if they hadn't been able to do that and if they had been tied up, then they would just not have been able to push on the objectives, and then the Graveguard could have gone in at their leisure. So screens are very important.
Yeah, screens are pretty important for Sigmar. Oh, they've been important in fantasy too for literally ever. So it's the same kind of pattern, I suppose. Anyways, congratulations on your first section of Nulburak there.
Thank you.
More to come too. You got one more game to play?
Yes, sir.
What's the next plan? Do you know, or you have to figure it out?
You know what? We hate border gore, so we're gonna push chaos out of that little corner, and we're just making
that
it
little
all
spot up
to
there?
ourselves.
Oh, okay, fair. I can't remember. That gives, it's either an extra enhancement or an extra spell.
Artifact of Power.
That's the Artifact of Power one?
The game.
That ain't too bad. At all. All right, well, stay tuned for that game coming up in the future. Leave some feedback down below what you thought about this game, folks. Another 3,000-point game kind of locked in and done, and continuing the story of the Lost City here. And, soon to develop further, as Matthew was discussing what he has in mind for the second one. No spoilers here, but you have to watch to find out. Or maybe come by and get a tidbit of information as you hang out here. Happy Wargaming, everyone. Congratulations, Gabe. And I'm going home. I'm tired.